Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fighting with Friends. We are live for the first time to One Championships Fight Night 33 hydration and weigh-in tests. Normally, we do a reaction to this after it happens, and then we kind of do like a recap of what we've witnessed. But I thought myself and the team had a conversation a little bit earlier, and we figured, hey, why don't we do a live and see how it goes? So, yeah, if you are tuning in, smash that like button, subscribe. Drop a comment there. Let us know what do you think about these fights on this fight card. We will go through some of them. Up first to test is Shadow. So let's have a year what he does if he passes. This is his first attempt. So let's go. Yeah, drop a like, drop a share. It's the first time we're doing it like this. So we're gonna have a chat about this fight card. It'll take some time. It's usually a 3-hour window for these fighters. What was that? Did he pass? I think he passed hydration. Oh, no, they're doing the test now. Here we go. Yeah, so this is usually the make or break part for Okay, so Shadow passes hydration on his first attempt. So we're gonna make weigh-ins now. Okay, so that's a good sign. He passes hydration, so that's a very good sign. I think he's gonna make weight here for sure. Let's go, Shadow. And okay, the guy's going away to go and give Shadow the curtains so he can take his underwear off and lift his arms up. Hopefully he's going to make weight as well. I don't want to miss weight because then he's going to have to go back and do both tests again, which could go sideways. Here we go. He's standing on the scale now. Oh no. So Shadow he passed that. Yo, that sucks. So Shadow just passed hydration on his first attempt. He weighed in at 155.5 pounds on his first attempt on weigh-in, so he's a half a pound over. So he's gonna have to go back, cut that half a pound, make another attempt at the hydration and the weigh-ins. And this is usually where it goes sideways for the guys because they're gonna go and do another hydration test. They might put some weight back on. Okay, someone else is gonna step up now, and this could be a sour thing for Shadow. So who's weighing now? Martina. Okay, so Shadow. I don't know why this thing is still. Okay, so Martina passes hydration. Martina passes hydration. So let's go to her name. There we go. She passed hydration. She's stepping on the scale now. Looks like she's making weight. Looks both nice. Good weight cut. 114.25 pounds. Yeah, she's 114.2. She's even under. So that's good. Martina made weight, but she weighed in a little bit under. But I don't think that's gonna stop her from her performance really. That was a good one. So Martina, let's go to Shadow's face so we know who he's referring to. So Shadow, coming back to Shadow again, he passed hydration on his first attempt. He missed weight by half a pound. So now he has about 3 hours before he can. Okay, Dantas is gonna do his test now. Let's go. Let's go, Pedro. Pedro Dantas is about to do a hydration weigh. My guy's chilling in a jeans and t-shirt. Of course, he's taking on Ibrahim Tawef, who's a tough. Okay, Pedro passed hydration. Lekker. Let's see if he passes weight. Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the stream, this is a make or break for the fight card. You know, this is where fighters either make weight or they don't make weight, and that can result in catchweight fights or result in bad performances. My guy Pedro stepping on with his socks and everything. Nah, lekker. Okay, he makes weight. Pedro Dantas makes weight. I like that. That's really good. So Pedro makes weight and passes hydration in his first attempt. Now we're gonna go to Cynthia Flores. She's stepping onto the scale. Let's see. Okay, so Shadow needs to test again. Martina passed. Cynthia Flores fails hydration. Pretty bad actually. Bad number. She's definitely gonna have to do another attempt. Let's see if she makes weight. She looks a bit heavier as well. So Martina was 114.2. And I think they need to weigh in at 115. Let's see. One 114.2.5 passes weight, fails hydration. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Adrian. What's up, bro?
What's up, PG?
You're good. You're just trolling here. So next up to test is Vladimir Kuzmin. Let's go. So Shadow missed hydration. But he passed
Oh,
hydration,
damn.
missed weight. So he has another chance to make
Oh,
it.
damn. I mean, yeah. Let's not get too upset too quickly.
So Vladimir passed hydration now. He's gonna step on the scale. Um, yeah, they have time. He has time, but this is where it can go a bit difficult for them. You know, this is where the weight cut gets hard. How's your day? He makes weight 144.
Yeah, not
He
bad,
also
bro.
weighed
Not
in
bad.
under.
Nice to Vladimir. We're gonna have, I think, delays here because I got a lot of stuff open.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. So Hiro Sawada is stepping up to the scale, ladies and gentlemen. So Vladimir Kuzmin made hydration. He made weight quite easily. Looks good. Let's see what Chihiro gives us. Chihiro passes hydration. So far, so good. So only one athlete has missed. Two athletes. Let's go, Chihiro. Let's go, Chihiro. Okay, she makes weight as well. So she passes hydration and makes weight. Vibes.
Doesn't even look like she had a weight cut, bro. She just looks like she's at a normal weight.
Yeah.
Doesn't look
That's true.
dehydrated or anything, bro. She looks full of energy. Like she didn't even have to cut weight at all.
Yeah. Up next is Nontachai, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. I'm sure he's going to
Let's
be
go on to
fine.
Chai. We got that Rod Tang nutritionist in his camp now.
Game changer, Sinjay.
This year.
So, yeah, when is your next class?
1 p.m. I'm just on lunch now.
Okay, cool. He passed hydration. Non-touch eye, past hydration, liquor vibes. Don't fail. Don't fail.
Looks like they're taking along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't make it, I don't think. You made it!
You made it, yeah. Let's go.
Nice one. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go. Non-touch
I love that. I love that. Okay,
Het
only
raakt
someone's
een
gonna speak up.
nutritionist eraan.
No, yeah. I like how fast they're
Legit,
going through it.
Oh, yeah.
Who's up
This
next?
person,
Johanna.
I think.
Yeah.
Shout out to Johanna person. Sharing
Johanna Pearson,
our
yeah.
Instagram on her Instagram. Let's go, champ.
That was cool.
Even though PG said you're gonna get dog walked tomorrow.
Ooh. Fastest hydration.
She get those slippers, man.
Bed slippers, Baba.
Yes, bro. I love it.
I think she's fine. She's a champ. She's done this before. Under.
Yes, man.
Oh, she's under
Yes,
by
ma'am.
a big number. 113 pounds, bro. She's 2 pounds under.
Sure.
She cut a lot.
I wonder how much she fights at.
Yeah. We know that Rodriguez is stacked when she comes on fight night. Like,
yeah, but
who's coming in next? Who's this guy?
That's the Mongolian.
Oh, your favorite?
Yeah. With the eyebrow.
Yeah, there we go.
Shinik.
Did he fail now?
He's still getting on the scale here by me.
Oh no, I'm talking about the hydration.
I think he's fine.
Let's hope so. But they'll just announce it now again. Nope. He failed weight and hydration.
Oh,
yeah, he missed both.
No.
Yeah, he missed both.
I mean, you still got time. I'm just gonna grab my lunch quickly, but I'll be back in a minute.
Sure, bro. Okay, so Shinjaktaga Zolotsik Zoltsitsik. My guy missed hydration and weight. That's not good. So him, Cynthia Flores, and Shadow will have to do another attempt. Missed hydration for Shadow, missed hydration for Cynthia Flores, and then Zolzetsek missed hydration and weight. So all three of them have to make another attempt. So far, Johanna Pearson passed hydration and passed weight. Pedro Dantas passed weight and hydration. Vladimir Kuzmin passed weight and hydration. Chihiro Sawada passed weight and hydration. Nontachai passed weight and hydration. And Marta Kazinska also passed weight and hydration. So far, so good for some of the athletes. I think Marta weighed in a pound under. Some of these athletes are weighing in under. Chihiro weighed on weight, she was fine. Vladimir was on weight, he was fine. Pedro was on weight, he was fine. I think Johanna Pearson came in under 2 pounds. Only that is something to play when it comes to the night. But I like that. I like that one half of the main event did make weight, so that's a good sign so far. So now
Has Alicia been on the scale yet?
No. So it's only been Johanna Pearson, Shadow, Pedro Dantas, Vladimir Kuzmin, Chihiro Sawada, Nontachai, and Marta. and Cynthia Flores, and then Zolzetsik.
And only Zolzetsik was hydration and weight.
Yeah, the other two, Cynthia Flores and Shadow, missed hydration.
Okay.
Yeah, hectic. So now they're just they're taking a moment while the other athletes come up. What do you make, bro? I always get worried when the athlete doesn't make the hydration. You know, that worries me because now it's like I don't know. I don't know what Shadow's gonna have to do differently because now he stands the risk of coming back and then you know maybe missing hydration again, possibly putting on weight. Then he fails
Yeah,
both.
because
He's ranked number 3, so you can't. This can't be a reality for someone that's in the top 5. You know.
yeah, gotta get that liquid glucose, bro. I don't know if that puts on any weight, but I know water
Yeah.
puts on weight when you're cutting. So maybe you got
Yep.
some liquid glucose there, bro. Hopefully.
Sheesh.
But I mean, there's still a lot of time though.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. Yeah. 2 hours
You can
43
get a lot.
minutes.
You can get a lot done in that time for sure. You can cut a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So
Let's
I think
hope that. Eh.
I would probably try to come back with like 1 hour to go just to check it again, and then
Mm,
if not, then I go balls to the walls. Let's just cut
may-
more weight actually, and then rehydrate to an acceptable weight. I think
yeah.
that's what you'll have to do.
Or even just try and come in under, like everyone else is doing. But that might be with
Mm,
starvation in terms of of water. He might just get very very gaunt and dry. And then risk the
yeah,
fight completely or risk his performance. Yeah.
I would get him
I was,
in the sauna on a bike for like half an hour, see where
yeah,
his weight's at, and then try to rehydrate him back to an acceptable weight.
yeah, yeah. Let's see what happens. I mean, I don't want this to be the case for a fighter that has this amount of stake to it in terms of the featherweight Muay Thai division. I watched the interviews earlier this morning. Nick Atkin released with Shadow and Muhammad, and they pretty much looking like they want to go for a title run. And there's so many good fights in that featherweight division that they can put themselves together. I mean, everyone in that featherweight division is worthy of a title shot. So Nico Carrillo entered the division as well. I think there's a chance for one championship to really make this division be the front runners. Because they're all
Mm,
killer fights, and hopefully Shadow gets it right. Muhammad must still weigh in. Hopefully he's able to make weight in hydration, and then we can have this fight on with like you know, an official weight class, and not catch weight.
mm.
I saw Pedro Dantas. He didn't struggle at all. He made weight in hydration fairly easy, looking solid, looking really solid. So maybe he goes in there and stops Ibrahim, bruh. But Ibrahim must also come and do a weigh-in. Last time he did a weigh-in, and he didn't look the healthiest on the scale. But yeah, let's see what happens this week around.
Pedro looks like he's cutting weight his whole life, bro. Every day is a weight cut for him.
Why do you say that?
Just his face looks like he's cutting weight in
Yeah.
that picture. I wonder
So
what these
where,
guys'
where,
qualifications are. Like, are they doctors or like what's the buzz with these guys?
these two guys on the thing, I'm not sure. I know the guy that's standing is the guy that was involved in that article with Superlik and Nabila Nan in Japan. Remember, he was the one that was negotiating with Superlik about what weigh-ins and how much of the purse are you going to give up and da 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 da. Forget his name,
Mm.
but that's the gentleman right there.
I wonder why
I'm
one
just
championship
eh?
disabled chat for their live stream. I wonder why they disabled the chat for the
Yeah,
wings.
I've also noticed that. Yeah, it's a bit weird, eh?
Yeah.
Now. Oh, I see. I see.
What's
Strawweight.
it?
No, I'm looking at One Championships World Champions on their website, and
Mm.
I don't see. Did Watson give up all the titles? I don't see strawweight Muay Thai here, and I think that's what's the face stamp. But I don't have a face here on the website.
I mean, so
Interesting.
she's been out for how long?
Yo, long, almost 2 years now.
Yeah, so maybe she had to forfeit the titles, bro. It makes sense. I mean, almost 2 years is a long time to hold up a division.
Yeah. And I also noticed they took off Smilla Sandal also, who was the last woman to beat Rodriguez, and that was also strawweight in Muay Thai. So I think they're battling to keep her in because I think she's just too big. There's no one for the weight class. So I'm just looking at I'm just trying to find out. I think Jackie Buntan's gonna fight for the strawweight belt next, if I'm not mistaken. She's gonna go for two sport.
Becky Junta.
Jackie Juntan, yeah. Anyway, you think Pedro's gonna get the job done over Ibrahim?
I've never seen the man fight, bro, so I can't say. Did you say he was undefeated?
Yeah,
He's
6-0.
undefeated, right? 6-0. And you said he
Yeah.
fought on UFC Brazil, so it's not like
Yeah.
he's a nobody, bro. Thank you.
Alright, Gene.
She don't want to talk to you.
Oh, sorry. I did not.
Hello, Gene. Oh, she can't hear. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen any tape on him fighting. It's hard to find. Like I said, whenever I type in Pedro, fantastic. Give me the footballer. So strange.
Ciao, Pedro.
João Pedro, yeah. But I've seen Ibrahim fight, and he's a top striker, bro. And I think it's going to be a good stand-up fight. Ibrahim will probably be the one to initiate takedowns. Probably. If he loses on the feet. So Karodi still has to test. Macarena Aragon still has to test. Abdallah Dokaev still has to test. Oh, what, I'm hearing something. Oh, they're just announcing who still has to test. How mad, that's what I'm doing. Janlo Mark Sangayo also has to do a test. Ibrahim Mohammed still has to test. The guys that are doing the test look so bored as they have to wait for these fighters. They like standing there. Oh, yeah, it looks like someone's gonna come up now. Okay, Macarena Aragon. Let's go. Here we go. This is our first attempt. One point zero. She passes. She fails. It's difficult to understand because some people get.
athletes.
Eh? What are you gonna
It's
say?
mad to see the athletes come in there like regular clothes.
Just chilling.
You know, like they don't have the like sponsored Venom or Reebok.
Yes, not sponsorship to anything. So Macarena Aragon failed weight. Past weight, failed hydration. It's a bit confusing when I think about the hydration because like the numbers that they did out, 0.0224 whatever, right? Some people get that same number, but then they pass hydration, and some athletes get the same number and they fail. So it's confusing. You know what I mean? I always thought that if you go in over 0.2, then it's like you're cooked.
Fail.
Yeah. Okay, a few people still have to come up. Yeah, so it's just a little bit difficult to kind of understand when it comes to that part of it, you know. But anyway, We will be live, ladies and gentlemen, for this fight card on Saturday. So tune in for that Saturday morning at 3 a.m. South African time. Be sure to tune in. It's going to be a nice fight card. Only 8 fights on this fight card, but it's going to be a good fight card nonetheless. I mean, it's top matchups. Starting with the main event, Elisa Helen Rodriguez taking on Johanna Pearson, who comes into this fight. It's a one championship debut. Shout out to Johanna Pearson for liking our liking our content, sharing our link to our episode to her status on Instagram, was kind of cool. She comes into this fight with a lot of accolades under her name. WBC, she was the ISCA champion, WMC, all the vibes, all the championships. Looks like someone's coming to this girl. She's got a lot of accolades, but I just think she's gonna come up short in this one. Who's coming? Ibrahim. Let's see what Ibrahim does. .006. Passes hydration. Ibrahim passes hydration. Nach, I think he's going to be fine. .54. He's even a pound under. Nice.
Well done, Ibrahim. It's mad to see like how much the hydration clause changes the way the athletes look when they weigh in. Like they all look healthy. Still.
Yes, literally.
Nobody looks gaunt and like ready to kill themselves kind of thing,
Like completely dehydrated vibes.
Yeah, because some ook some contemplate retirement during the weight cut, bro, because it's heavy.
That's true.
I don't know. What do you think this is the way to go in general for all combat sports, or has UFC got the right kind of model here? What do you think?
It's tough to say. I've gotten like mixed reviews when I look at some of the people's comments about it, and the chatter amongst the professionals, and it feels like this is probably the best way to do it because you can kind of catch people out, right? I mean, in the UFC, they don't have hydration tests, but then you hear on fight night, one fighter maybe 20 pounds heavier than the guy they're fighting against, or there's a massive weight discrepancy between the athletes. So how do you mitigate against that when the fighter puts on basically 2 weights above their opponent on the fight day? And then one championship, the guys are rehydrating and they're putting weight on when they come back into competition, but no one looks, like you mentioned, like they've staring death in the face, because I've seen on UFC weight cuts with athletes and people are falling over and like they
look like different people, bro.
Skeletons, bro. Skeletons. Why is my comment not coming through? That's weird. Drop a comment quickly on the live and see. I don't know why it's not coming through. So weird. Anyway, yeah, I think this is for me is a safe way. It works. No one really can cheat, and like you mentioned, I haven't seen on a weight cut before. The only time I've seen people look. Oh no, how come mine didn't pop up? It's so weird.
Did yours? Oh, because I can't see mine either.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a strange world we're living in here.
Yeah, I can see yours, but it doesn't like give me a notification that the comment came in or something. Anyway. Yeah, there I can see now.
If you look on StreamYard, maybe, I don't know.
Internal error encountered is what I'm getting, yeah. Weird. Let's try now. Okay. Something's up. But anyway, it's working. Sort of, kind
This
of.
man is sitting dead still on the screen, bro.
Yeah, it's like the screen's frozen. If you didn't see the clock moving, you would think the screen is frozen.
Exactly. Yeah.
It looks like he's on his phone.
Like, is this man even breathing, bro?
So Ibrahim Daiwev and Pedro Dantas are the only official fights so far on this fight card. Both athletes made weight and hydration. So big ups to the two of them. Give them a round of applause. That's going to be a good fight. I really have the feeling that that's going to be a monster fight. I mean, if you look at Ibrahim, he's so dangerous. Look, his fights have gone to decision in the One Championship so far, but my guy is really, really dangerous in terms of how he can lay it on you. He knows how to put damage on his opponents and control fights. I expect Pedro to make it an ugly fight because he's got 6 finishes in 6 fights. He's 6-0 so far. He hasn't tasted defeat before. So let's see. I think Ibrahim might be in the same boat. I don't think he's lost yet. So there should be someone's might have to go here. Let me just check Ibrahim's topology page. Okay. And then we can see. Look at them.
Just under 2.5 hours to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that how much time they have left? Yeah. Okay. I mean, these athletes will he's 10-1. Ibrahim is 10-1. He only has 1 defeat to his name. So yeah, it should be. They should make for a really great fight. What are you gonna say, Eddie?
When did he lose?
Let's have a look. He lost 2019, 1st of August against another fellow Russian, Dait Abdullayev. But since then he's been on a streak, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fight winning streak. His last loss was in 2019. He lost by decision. Since then, he's won 9 fights. Of that 9 fights, only 2 has gone to decision. 3, sorry. 6 of them has ended in finishes. Very good. I mean, like I said,
he's go.
Okay. You're gonna sign up, get an account.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to bet on One Championship. Yeah, UFC is a bit tricky to bet. Who's coming to the? Oh, I think it's John Carlo.
John Carlo.
Yeah. Jean-Marc Sangiao is weighing in. Let's hear.
You say Jean-Lo is short for Jean Carlo.
You know, was 5 people in the chat. What's up, everybody? Drop a like, drop a share. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Okay, he passes hydration.
Yes, sir. Well done,
Let's
John
go.
Carlo.
Let's go, Giancarlo.
Get that chain off here.
I think he's gonna weigh in fine.
He's padding.
He's flexing. Relax, bro. 140 pounds.
Yo, he's hyped. He's absolutely pumped for making
140. Oh, he's actually 5 pounds under the limit. They bantamweight was 145. This man weighing 140, bro.
But I think they play it safe, man, because they know they have to hydrate also. So it's like it's difficult to measure. Because if you're just cutting, it's easier to just get to the exact weight, man, because you don't know exactly how many pounds the hydration is going to put on. Because everybody's body is different. Yeah. So I think they try to play it safe, go as far under as possible. That's still safe, and then just hydrate to an acceptable.
Yeah. Because you're right, Eddie. I never thought about it until you mentioned it now. These athletes do look healthy, bro. On the scale, it's not something I ever thought about. I've seen like 1 or 2 athletes look a bit, gassed out on the thing. Like I remember Mikey Musumeci when he was supposed to fight Cade.
Yeah,
he had a tough time.
To go to the hospital. And then he
Super
got
Lick against
stripped.
Nabil. Then he got stripped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
After
think
all that.
I can't really have any other recollection of an athlete in my championship looking completely like finished on the scale. But if you know and you're tuning in, you know where the comment section is. Let us know. If we missed anybody who has looked a bit gaunt or defeated on the scale in the one championship.
Well done, John Carlo. You were there. Everybody went now. Lunch break, I think. What's going on
Yeah.
here?
Everybody should leave. Oh my word. Would win in a fight between Undash Ramadan Undash versus Fragri. What do you think?
Probably on Dash, bro. I mean,
Ah,
his last KO was insane. So based
yeah,
on that, I'd go Ramadan on Dash. But honestly, Freddie Agati hasn't really impressed me that much in the limited
yeah,
time that I've seen him. It's also probably just because there's a lot of hype around him because of his brother.
mm, mm,
So it's probably unfair for us to have that kind of expectation, and we should try to
yeah,
look at him as his own kind of fighter. But yeah, it's
yeah.
been a little bit underwhelming for me, and I think Undash smokes him within 3, bro.
Choo. Yeah, Undash is hectic. Undash fights like his whole life depends on it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
Fragadi,
like somebody has his family hostage.
yeah, that's how he fights, bro. He's like, he wants to take your life, bro. He wants to absorb your soul. That's what it looks like. And now look at Freddie Agadi fight. You can see he enjoys it, but it's like it's almost like it looks like he has something outside of it, man. Like if this doesn't work out for him, he's still gonna be okay, and I can still, life will still be fine, and I'll go back to my
Yeah,
whatever else I was doing. And with Ondash, it's like he
yeah,
doesn't have anything else. This is it for him, and that's why he comes
yeah,
out there and fights like his life depends on it.
exactly. It's that thing that Din Thomas said about Leon Edwards also, bro. There's a difference between an athlete and a fighter. And I think Freddie Agati is like more of an athlete. And he like you
Mm.
said, it's like almost like he has a CrossFit gym that he can run if
Mm.
fighting doesn't work out. But yeah, Ramadan Ondash, bro, somebody kidnapped that man's family and now he's fighting for them. That
Yeah,
kind of buzz.
that's the vibe
So
I get.
and it shows, yeah.
even his brother, what's it, Abdallah?
Mm,
He also fights the same way. He's just bigger.
yeah. Just like
Eh,
there's a difference of where they're willing to go, man, and how they're
Yeah.
willing to put themselves into fire.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
in those crucial moments. So, yeah, but I think Ramadan Ondash is a very difficult night for Freddie Agati.
There you go. Freddie Agadi, if you're listening, prove us wrong. But let's just do a quick recap, starting from the bottom, maybe in terms of who made weight, who didn't, and then we can get each other's thoughts before you go, because I know you only got about 20 minutes before you're going to leave the stream. Jalo Mark Sangiao versus Zolsetsek. Gianlo Mark made weight, fast hydration, weighting it half a pound under even, whereas Zolsetsek missed weight and hydration. What's your thoughts on that one while we're waiting for someone else to step up on the scale? Yeah. Okay, Dayakai, we're stepping up. Let's go. As we know, Nantachai made weight and hydration. So hopefully this fight will also be official. Look at this man shades. He's like that.
Yeah, look, I mean, Giancarlo, man, man looked hyped. He looked very concerned when he was getting on the scale, so very happy that he did end up making weight. But yeah, sorry, I know there's a delay here again because I'm opening some
It's
other
fine. Tayakai, fast
YouTube
hydration.
stuff. But yeah, very happy that he made weight, and hopefully our boy the Mongolian also manages to get get on the scale and get the job done.
Yo, Eddie, there was a lot of lag. So Nantachai and Abdallah Daikaev both made weight and hydration, so that fight is also official on this fight card. Super stoked about that one. So as it stands, so like I said in the beginning, Zolzetsek missed weight and hydration, so he has to contest again. That fight isn't official. Martina Kazensak made weight and hydration. Cynthia Flores passed weight but failed hydration. She has to go again. Antachai versus Abdallah Daikaev. That fight's official. Both athletes passed weight and hydration. Chihiro Sewada passed weight and hydration. Macarena Aragon failed hydration but made weight. So she has to come back and make another test. Otherwise, the fight will have to be catch weight. Then we had Vladimir Kuzmin. He passed weight and hydration. Stefan Korodi hasn't done any attempt yet, so we have to see what's going to happen there. Ibrahim Taouev versus Pedro Dantas. Both athletes passed weight and hydration in a very good fashion, so I'm looking forward to that one. Super hype. Shadow failed hydration, passed weight. He has to test again. Muhammad Yunus Rabah hasn't done any attempt yet, so he still has to come to the scale. And then Johanna Pearson passed weight and hydration, whereas Alina Rodriguez still has to do her first attempt. She packs a lot of muscle, bro. She packs a lot of muscle, and I got the feeling that I say she, I mean Elisa Elena Rodriguez is the one I'm referring to. She carries a lot of muscle, so I'd imagine that her weight cut's a little bit tough. What's your thoughts, Eddie?
Yeah, I mean, of course the weight cut is very tough, and again the hydration clause is a factor. But I mean, she's done this a few times before, but she should be quite experienced when it comes to the whole process. And she is a champion, and I expect it to behave as such. So I'm not really concerned as yet. But yeah, we'll see close to the time. But I do expect it to make weight and hydration because, like I said, she's a champion. Yeah. She's done this all before. This is her job. She's professional, so I'm pretty sure she'll get it done here, bro.
Yeah, me too. So here we go, Stefan Korodi stepping up. This is his first attempt. Bantamweight, so you should be making 145. Smiling. Okay, he passed hydration. So if you just 0.0 something, maybe it's 0.09. I wonder. Or they're gonna get him the curtains. Sheesh. Is he gonna fail weight here? I wonder. You see. Oh wait, let's just check this out quickly before I announce. $145 and a half. There's a half a pound over.
I don't know, bro. Sometimes they have a leniency for half a pound. Sometimes they don't. It's a weird thing.
It's I'm not sure what it's like in one championship, but I know in UFC the rule that they have is the challenger is always allowed a half a pound grace, so the champion can't.
That's for some. I don't agree.
That's what Max Holloway said. Max Holloway said it should be the other way around. You should give the champion the grace.
I mean, just apply it consistently, bro. Either everyone gets grace or no one gets grace.
Or no one gets grace.
This champion challenger, because why you want to give either of them an advantage? You know what I mean? The weight cut is there to make sure that they meet on a level playing field. That's why we have weight classes. That's why we have weight
Exact-
cuts. So why are we having this challenger champion gets a half a pound grace? It's silly, bro, for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Dude, I completely agree. I think what they should do is just go half a pound, everybody done.
Yeah.
Or do what Joe Rogan was saying for many years. Create multiple weight classes. So for every division, there's a super division of that division as well, which is your half a
Mm.
pound division, basically. So your bantamweight and super bantamweight. So bantamweight 135, super bantamweight is 135.5 or 135 point or 136 even. You know what I mean?
But does one championship have the roster for that? That's the thing.
Mm,
If they do the merger with K1, then I would say definitely introduce
yeah.
that because then you'll have a massive roster.
Yes, of course.
But yeah,
That's
it's because. But I do agree. I think they should just always apply the 0.5 grace rule, especially when you're factoring in hydration.
mm, yeah. I completely agree. It will help a lot of these athletes um, consistently make weight in hydration. I'm just updating the sticker tape quickly.
What are you putting in the ticket tape? Who's must wait?
Yeah, I'm giving everybody's results so far, and then every time there's a change, I'll change it.
Okay. Two hours, 12 minutes to go.
Yeah,
Plenty of time still. I saw Kate Tolas fighting Adrian
is it
Lee.
is it Cade or Ty? Cade.
Are you making me doubt myself, bro? Not sure now. It was
uh,
the one is in MMA, obviously. So that
okay,
was
Cade.
Ty, Kate, yeah.
That's Kakadi. I see. Let me just get it up here. I Leaf's younger brother is gonna fight next week on the Friday fight squad.
Has that card been released, the full card? Because you said Yuki
No,
is also fighting next week, right?
yeah. So far the fight card, the fight, the top 3 fights is Adam, which is Alif's younger brother, taking on Nayan Mohammed, who's one of the Pech brothers. Those 3 brothers, so they fighting, and then co-main is Super Bowl taking on Ibrahim Abdullah or Abdul Medzikov or Medzioff. Let me just see. You know that name?
Yeah, Medzinov.
Yeah, Medzidov. Yeah. And then Pictonon taking on Yukiosa. Those are the 3 fights that are currently on the website.
I'm super hyped to see Yuki fight again.
Yeah. Granted, bro, it's such a. I was watching the training video so far that has been released of them, of him and Masaki Noiri. Dude, they look good, my bro. They look intense. Both of them.
Takeru also
Even
looking
Takeru, yeah.
fucking ripped, bruh. Ripped. You can cut iron off that man.
I love it because they're all looking like they want to prove a point because it's going to be Japan again. So, I think even though Masaki Noiri won, he beat Tawancha, I think the fans were really like deadened after they saw Takeru get knocked out like that. It kind of left them going 50-50 on the fight card. They were like, I don't know how we feel about this. Especially the Japanese fans. And on top of that, the online tickets failure and breakdown of the system, and they have to give everyone their tickets back and all of that. So hopefully nothing bad happens this time around. So I think there's a lot of everyone that's involved in this fight card that's coming up in November are getting up to really make sure that it doesn't, that this time it's better than what it was the last time.
The Saitama Super Arena.
So I'm just busy. 1 second. Who still hasn't weighed in yet? Everybody weighed in so far, right? Yeah.
Has Alicia been on the scale?
Oh no. She hasn't. She hasn't.
And Dakaev?
Yeah, he passed her.
Okay. So that's official. Then.
Official. Yeah.
Okay.
Shadow.
And the Mongolian missed
Yeah.
hydration.
Dum, 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 dum. I think these guys are panicking there in the back room. I've got a feeling that they're struggling with Rodriguez.
Hopefully not, bruh, because if we see another champion lose their belt on the scale, then we can officially say this has been a terrible year. Because damn it, something needs to be done, bruh. If another champion loses their belt on the scale, it's not a good look. And then I think you'll owe Joanna Person an apology.
Yeah. So she came in under and she was sorted.
Yeah. I wonder what weight she usually fights at.
Joanna Pearson.
Mm.
Not sure. She looks smaller than Rodriguez. I'm not gonna lie, guys. But I mean, Rodriguez is a big atomweight as well. Just like Pajija, they do big weight cuts. Usman, cost, weight, and hydration. Cost, weight. No, you failed that. Cost, hydration. What's the time left? So they have 2 hours roughly. I've got contact with someone that asked me to send them our logo and the size, and they'll give us a quote on how much it will cost for t-shirts for our merchandise.
Merch drop.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just need to get some numbers on that, and then we can start representing, and we can wear our t-shirts in the episodes. Drop them on our episodes as people can buy.
So we're sponsored by Fairtex, but not Fairtex with an X, with a CKS Fairtex.
That would be so funny. Hydration. And hydration. Chai. Askat, that's gonna be fight of the night, bro.
Want to try Dakaev?
Yeah.
You said Dakaev in the preview, and then you said Nontachai in the comments. I'm completely confused now.
Oh my word! I said Dakaev in the preview.
Yeah, and then
Nontachai, I think I want Nontachai to win, but I think Dakaev is gonna beat him.
I also think Dakaev is gonna win.
Yeah. He just looks like he's leveled up, bro. Do you see when who fought? Oh, Super League's guy almost fought last week, was the week before, and then they fought against one of the Russian guys. And then as Super League was walking into the ring, then you see all the Russian team, the archive, all them are standing there and they're like laughing at Super League, like eyeing him and laughing at him. And the comments was like, yeah, one day, one day. And then Super League responded to being like, don't even say my name. Not even, like, don't even say my name.
Yeah.
How dare you? I was like, yo, Super League, bro, he's cold.
He's the guy, bro. He's that guy. I'm seeing some more fights confirmed. There, Kalilov versus Hugh.
Oh.
One Fight Night 35, September 5th.
Okay.
And then, yeah, just again, it is Tolo fighting against Adrian Lee. Also September 5th, One Fight Night 35.
So it is Thai. It's not Cade, it's Thai.
It's Thai, yeah.
Okay, so this is Thai's debut. Cade's the one that's been fighting in MMA this last 3 fights.
Alright, bro, I gotta go.
Okay.
If the weigh-ins are still on, I'll probably be back for the last 30 minutes.
Okay. Shuttle
Okay,
up.
bro. Have a good
luck.
time. Catch you a bit later. Thanks, brother.
Later.
Catch you later. Peace.
Peace. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know the screen is looking. Let me just change this quickly. I'm busy updating the ticker tape, so you can read the ticker tape in terms of who has passed and failed hydration, basically. Cynthia Flores, failed hydration, passed weight, attempt 1. Jean-Lo Marc. He passed hydration and wait. Chin Jack Tak. Difficult name. I doubt he's gonna make weight and hydration, honestly. He failed hydration and weight. Okay. There we go. That's much better. So yeah, if you are tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like, a comment there, and a share for everybody. I see the votes is going. I like that. We got 4 likes. That's nice. That's nice. This was our first attempt at doing a live reaction to the hydration. I wasn't sure if I was able to show the screen. Show what one championship is showing. So yeah, you're just gonna get me talking with some of the fighters' names and faces on the screen as they go up and do their tests. But there is a link in the description box where you can click to go and check out the live of One Championships weigh-in hydration. It's also on YouTube. If it isn't in your country, then you just got me talking to you. But it is live on YouTube right now. And so far, let's just do a quick recap in terms of who has passed and failed. You can also see it at the bottom of the screen on the ticker tape. It will tell you there as well who has passed and failed. We got a comment coming in here. There is now 2 hours left for some of these athletes to make weight and hydration. What's this? If Rodriguez makes weight and hydration. Definitely, I'll do something if the queen, my mom's, Alicia Helen Rodriguez makes weight and hydration. Then I'll definitely do a cut. Oh, here we go. She's gonna do her first attempt. Let's go. Go freaking rock. Oh, she's gonna look. I don't like her facial. I don't like her expressions. Doesn't look happy. She passed hydration. The champ has passed hydration. Let's go. give her a weight as well. Okay, they're gonna give her the curtain. She's got too much muscle in her legs, bro. That's why she's so wavy. So if she makes weight, yeah, maybe a dope fight. And then officially the main event is locked in. Let's go. I wonder if she's gonna have to shave her hair. You see, AD, she was taking long. I had a feeling something's up. She's over. Okay, she misses weight by 0.25 of a pound. Sorry, she misses weight by 0.25 of a pound. All right, let's update that there. Alicia Rodriguez. Bosses hydration. Fails. Wait. Oh, that's not a good sign. She must cut the hair off. She's just so jacked, bro. Okay, Muhammad Yunus is stepping up to the scale as well. First attempt, here we go. Yeah, so in the main event, Ellen Rodriguez just got off the scale now. She passed hydration, failed weight. She missed weight by 0.25 of a pound. So I think she can make it. She's probably gonna have to cut her hair off or something, or I don't know, but she'll make that. She looked a bit gutted in her face before she even stepped into the scale. I had a feeling something was up. She packs a lot of muscle, so I know that weight cut is tough for her. The other person, she made weight quite easily, passed hydration quite easily, and she was even under by a pound, I think, so, or 2 pounds or something like that. So yeah, she's ready. Hopefully Rodriguez can get that 0.25 down and still make hydration, because she has to make that attempt again, right? So hopefully she can get both, and then the main event is locked in. Co-main event, Shadow, he passed hydration. I think Shadow, he failed hydration but passed weight. They only had one attempt, so he has roughly 2 hours. Hour and 55 minutes left before they he has to do another test. That's the time frame he must do it in. Muhammad Ramos must still attempt. He hasn't attempted yet, so we're waiting on that one. Hopefully they can get that co-main event sorted. Ibrahim Dawev and Pedro Dantas, they had no problem making weight and hydration, so they were quite locked in. So that fight's official. Vladimir Kuzmin made weight and hydration. Fairly simple. Good on him. Stephen Karodi passed hydration but failed weight by 0.5 of a pound. So he has another attempt to make. Chihiro Siwada, she passed weight and hydration on her first attempt. Macarena Aragon, I think she failed hydration but passed weight, so she has to come back and make another attempt. Nontachai and Abdullah Daikaev both have passed weight and hydration quite easily on their first attempt. Martina Kozenska, she passed weight and hydration on her first attempt as well, and also came in under. Cynthia Flores, I think she failed hydration and made weight. And then Janlo Mark Sangiao, he passed weight and hydration on his first attempt, whereas Zolzetsek unfortunately failed hydration and weight. He's the only fighter on the fight card that missed both. But he still has 2 hours, or 1 hour and 54 minutes to make another attempt. But so far, so good for the card. I think the co-main and main event are not official just yet. Yeah. Just not yet. So yeah, that is why I like to say to the peeps that I prefer to really give my full analysis on the fight, preferably after weigh-in and hydration, not necessarily before that, because a lot can happen when it comes to the weight and hydration tests. This is where fighters have a bad weight cut or a great weight cut, or the fighters don't make it to the fight and it's catch weight, and they can't fight for the title anymore. All these things can change. So yeah, I'm hoping that Rodriguez gets that 2.5 pounds off. 0.25 pounds. Not 2.5, sorry. 0.25 pounds. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far, you know where the comment section is at. And if you know now who's made weight, who hasn't made weight, give me your thoughts about this. Excuse me. I don't want to see Rodriguez lose a belt on the scale here. Please no. Yeah, please no. I don't want to see that. Because then, like Eddie was saying, we will have, was it Reagan Ursel? Lost his title on the scale. Superlek of recently lost his title on the scale. So, and that was in the space of 6 months. So hopefully this doesn't happen. And then we lose another champion to the scale. Okay, who's coming up? Someone's coming up. If Rodriguez doesn't make weight, I can catch weight the fight. But then they should do is give 20% of a purse to Johanna. Who's this? Oh, Shadow. Shadow second attempt. Let's go, Shadow. Attempt number 2. Attempt number 2. Okay, fast hydration. Hopefully he makes weight. He failed hydration the first time and made weight the first time, so hopefully he passes weight as well. We still haven't got Muhammad Yunus on the scale yet. I'm sure he will be fine as well. Let's go, Shadow. £154. He makes weight on his second attempt, so he's officially one half of the co-main event. He's officially locked in. So he passes hydration. Okay, all done. That's good news, Shadow. Showing why he's number 3. Your internet is not playing with me. So yeah, Shadow making the weight and hydration, so that's good. That's very good. Hopefully Muhammad Yunus also makes weight and hydration, because then we know that fight has got number 1 contendership on the line. But like I was saying, with Rodriguez, if she doesn't, they're gonna have to make her ineligible to retain the title. The other person can possibly still win the title. I think it's 20 to 30% of Rodriguez's purse, and they're gonna have to fight at catchweight if that's what happens. I'm speaking as if it's most likely going to happen. I just have this feeling in my stomach that Rodriguez is gonna miss weight here. I don't know. Even though 0.25 of a pound she can get that off. I would say she must cut her hair. Just cut all the hair off. It grows back, so she'll be alright. It'll even make her fight more intensely when she comes on the night. Looks like these guys took a break. There is currently 1 hour and 48 minutes left for the weigh-in hydration test window. And then still to test, Rodriguez has to come back. Muhammad has to still do a test. That fight is fine. Grody has to come back and do another test. Macarena has to come back and do a test. Abdallah Nontachai is okay. That fight is official. Cynthia Flores has to come back and test again. And then Zolzetzek has to come back and do another test. I'm doubtful of this guy. I'm very doubtful of Zolzetzek, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to make it. Something just tells me that this guy is going to fail hydration and weight again. Might even make weight, but probably fail hydration. I don't know. I think he's going to fail both. It wasn't a good start in his first attempt. And yeah, you start like that, it's basically overs for you. If your first attempt is a fail at both, then you're cooked, mate. You're cooked. I'm wondering, let me know if we should do more of these live reactions to the weigh-in hydrations. It's our first attempt. Normally we do a reaction to it after the weigh-in and hydration happens, once we actually accumulate all the results. But I think it's fun to do it live also, because we can open up the floor to conversations with people that are tuning in. Give us your thoughts if you're watching the lives as well. Because also a lot of information is being told about the fighters when it comes to the weigh-in and hydration. Because then you can kind of figure out what's going to happen next, It's easy to kind of give your thoughts on a fight, pre-fight in the week, like early fight week. You can give your thoughts on the fighters based on what they've done, like in the past, the most recent fights. But then on weigh-in and hydration is where you can see if an athlete had a good fight camp or a good weight cut, because that usually will result in how they perform. How they perform when it comes on the fight night. But so far, Eddie did make a good point that a lot of the fighters don't look unhealthy when it comes to weigh-in and hydrations. They actually look like they've had a healthy weight cut. And I must say, for this fight card in particular, a lot of the athletes look super solid in terms of stepping on the scale. And a lot of them actually came in quite under as well. You can call it playing it safe. But what I liked is that none of them looked like they were gasping for air or completely dehydrated. And they all looked very, very healthy. I think that's a good sign. Except for Rodriguez, I didn't like her body language and her facial expressions when she was coming and giving her test in. It didn't spark a lot of confidence in me. I'm not gonna lie. It's not what I like to see, especially a champion. I don't want to see fighters looking a bit gutted before they even give their test in yet. So at least Rodriguez isn't having to cut as much as some of the other athletes. Some other guys had to cut half a pound, and she only has 0.25, so it should be easier for her to make that weight class. I mean, to make that weight limit. I'm holding my fingers crossed here because I don't want her to not make weight. Pardon me. Let's go, Rodriguez. But give me your thoughts in the comments about these matchups. Even if some of these fighters don't make the weight in hydration and they're fighting at catchweight and the fights still get made, give me your thoughts. Would you have winning in these fight cards? There's some great fights on this fight card. Again, only 8 fights, so it's probably going to be a short fight card on Saturday. We are going to be doing a live for it, so tune in for that one. Yeah, man. Let me give my predictions for the fights that are locked in. Right, let's do that one. So let's start with this one. Ibrahim Dauev versus Pedro Dantas. This fight is official. Both fighters did make weight in hydration. Pedro looks a little bit tall. Hey, he's got some good reach. I think both these guys are similar in reach. But Ibrahim is a kind of striker that is so creative and skillful. So creative and difficult to predict. It's very unpredictable in the way that he throws his strikes. So I'm just wondering how Pedro Dantas is going to navigate through that. I haven't seen tapes. I don't know what his style is like. All I could go off is the statistics. And then 6 fights, 6-0, all by finishes. So, and I think it's KOs, by the way. I don't think there's submissions in his wins. We'll just Pedro Dantas quickly. Let's type his name in here. Let's see what the topology has to say. But there we go. 6-0. Relatively still young, 22 years old. He looks okay. So here we go. His last 6 wins. There's 2 submissions, but everything else has been KOs or TKOs. I like it. Granted that most of these fights have all been is one in LFA, but I mean they predominantly have been in Brazil. Couple of knee finishes here. I like what I see. So it should be a war. It should be a war, that fight. So I mean Ibrahim is also top dog. He's 10 wins, 1 loss. Also just on a 9-fight win streak. 3 of those 9 wins came by decision. 6 of it came by stoppages. So I think this fight is gonna be one where someone's gonna get finished for sure. I'm gonna go Ibrahim. I think he's more skillful, but again I can't say that for sure because I haven't seen Pedro Dantas fight before. But I'm excited for it. I really am excited for that fight, purely because of what I'm seeing in terms of statistics. And again, if you look anything of Ibrahim's fights, go watch it. The dude knows how to fight. He knows how to beat up an opponent if it's going to be a finish or if it means it's going to be via decision. He will take it there. And his last fight against Magomed, what's Magomed's surname now again? Akaev took it to him. Akaev wrestled with him a lot in that fight, and that was something that really brought out a different side. Brought out a different side of Ibrahim, because he had to really defend a lot of takedowns in that fight, and sometimes even to a degree reverse takedown positions and wrestle himself before he could get back to striking again, where he obviously is more comfortable. But I think this fight's really going to be the one that's going to stand out in the fight card among some of the other good ones as well. Vladimir Kuzmin is really a good striker as well. I fought earlier the year, put in a great performance. But Stefan Karodi didn't make weight, so for that reason, I won't give a prediction for that fight. Even though in the preview I did say that Vladimir Kuzmin's going to win. If you want a detailed breakdown of that one, go check out that episode we dropped a few days ago, where I give a nice detailed breakdown as why I think Vladimir Kuzmin's going to beat Stefan Karodi. Same thing with this fight. Chihiro Sawada passed weight in hydration, but Macarena Aragon still has to pass hydration. She passed weight, but she didn't pass hydration, so she has to do another attempt, so I won't give her a prediction. But I did think that Macarena Aragon is the superior wrestler, and she's slightly bigger as well, so I think she's got some good advantages there. But yeah, like I said, she has to first pass hydration for me before I can commit to that decision. But I do think that she will, if she passes weight here, she will beat Chihiro. Even though Chihiro is a tough fight. She's a tough fight. Macarena Aragon has got that kind of wrestling that I can see bully a lot of the MMA fighters in one championship. I like it. It's a shades of Tatiana Suarez a little bit. If you know anything, if you know, you know. Nanta Chai versus Abdallah Diakaev, also high potential of fight of the night on this fight card, just because of the two athletes. They go-getters, they high level strikers. I just think that Abdallah Diakaev has got a little bit more weapons. He spins a lot more and he utilizes different weapons. Whereas Nanta Chai gives you the traditional Muay Thai style, but fights very good in the clinch. If you look at his fight against Ariane Esparza, which wasn't an easy fight for him, he was able to navigate that fight and actually take it to Ariane Esparza, who is a fighter that fights off the front foot very well. And Nanta Chai was able to sort of negate that really well. So I think in this fight, Nanta Chai might have the reach advantage here. They're kind of the same height, I think. But Nanta Chai does fight with his reach really well. But I think he's going to have a tough time with the speed advantage of Abdallah. I don't know. It's going to be a crazy fight. I'm kind of frothing at the mouth for this one because both guys are in the position here to really make a statement for one championship, to say, listen, at the end of this fight card, I want to see myself getting closer to a ranked opponent That guy was talking about Super League already. He's talking about, fighting champions. I know it's featherweight division, so I don't know why he's calling out Super League so much, but he's talking about taking on champions already. And I think he's only 22 years old or something like that. So he's obviously seen himself as someone that one championship can fast track. I don't know if he beats Nantachai and that gives him the backing power to sort of make that statement. Nantachai isn't really fighting contention just yet. You know what I mean? Nantachai is fighting. He's not fighting ranked opponents. Let's put it that way. So I think the winner here will get himself a chance to call out a ranked opponent. I don't think they can call out a champion fighter just yet. But then again, in that featherweight division, there's so many basically champions in that division already that anyone that can beat anybody when it comes to the featherweight rankings. Featherweight Muay Thai. It's just. Featherweight Muay Thai. Tawanchai is the champion. Superbon number 1. Pampara Koyate number 2. I think he's a tough fight for Superbon. Tough fight for Tawanchai as well. Pampara is he's scary. He's one of the very small amount of French strikers that's got that kill shot in them. Pampara is a go-getter. That man will hunt for that kill and he's got a kill shot on him. So I think he's very dangerous for that division. Shadow's number 3, Nico Carrillo is number 4. He just arrived. in the division. I think they could have given him another fight in featherweight because he only had one fight in featherweight against Sitachai. So I think he can take another fight first. Also, big congratulations to the Carrillo family for now, tying the knot. Big ups to that. Smoking Joe Nadawood is number 5. I feel like he can come out of that rankings. There's Luke Lessay as well. That's still there. Who just fought against Ariane Esparza, Ricardo Bravo. There's Mohamed Yonis. There's Eddie Abasolo. There's a lot of top fighters that can show up there. Now you got the Akai of Nantachai as well. Yeah, I think both of them, if they win here, whoever wins this fight here, can put themselves in that position to push out their chest and say, "Listen, give me a ranked opponent." And I'd love to see a Nantachai versus like a Smoking Joe, or Nantachai takes on a Shadow even. And then maybe if Abdallah Darkayev wins, he could maybe take on a Smoking Joe or even a Nico Carrillo. That would be a good fight. Darkayev and Nico Carrillo, that's fireworks every day of the week. And because I think both guys will be a tough threat for each other. Nico Carrillo is obviously a powerful guy. Darkayev is also a big threat to Nico Carrillo because of that speed and that elusiveness and that shot selection and just the creativity. I think that will give Nico Carrillo a tough time. So you got the power versus the creativity, and that should make for a fantastic fight. I mean, that featherweight division is looking amazing at the moment. It really is. Okay, we got up to 6 likes. Nice. Let's try and get it up to 10 before the end of this weigh-ins. We've got an hour and 35 minutes left before the weigh-ins are finished. Let's try and get our likes up to 10 before the live stream is over. Anyway, let me know in the comments, please, ladies and gentlemen. Drop it up there. Let me know your thoughts about these fights. So yeah, that's one on the fight card. Nantachai and Abdallah Darkayev that's bound to be a spectacle. Martina Kozenska versus Cynthia Flores should be a good fight as well at the Muay Thai. I like Martina. I like her buzz. She's very fast. Good activity in the way that she strikes his fight, even when she's going forward or backwards. She's always popping something out there, whether it's a jab or a low kick. She's always just throwing something out there, and it's a good idea because she's scoring all the time. She's also making it difficult for the opponent to settle and throw something when they need to throw something, because Kazinska is always just letting the jabs go, letting the tip go, letting the low kick go. And then when you commit to something, she'll maybe throw a 4-punch or a 5-punch combination. Very active, good stamina on her. Tough opponent for a lot of athletes. I think she's going to beat Cynthia Flores, especially because Cynthia Flores also didn't look very comfortable in the weigh-in at the moment. She came into that weigh-ins not looking like she was prepared. And I think she might just be, a couple of steps behind Martina Kazenska in this fight. Just not because of terms of steps behind in terms of their careers, but just steps behind in terms of this particular fight only. I think she's going to struggle to find the pace and follow the footwork of Cynthia Kazenska. But these Mexican fighters are super durable and they can box really well. So you never know. Cynthia might just come in there and keep it high guard, get the Dempsey roll going, and then once they get into the void, she can crack something hard on Martina. But Martina's fast and she's got great footwork. She can move really well. So I'm just seeing Kazinska win by decision here. Oh, excuse me. Great fights in the fight card. Really is. So they're taking a break at the moment. Just give me a moment as well. I'm going to just stretch my knees. I need to use the toilet. I'll be back. And then we will continue. Okay. Back again. Didn't use the toilet a lot these days. When you're busy with the weight cut of your own, you just drink so much water. Still no one has stepped up yet. Okay. Hour and 29 minutes left. No one has stepped up yet. Muhammad Yunus hasn't even made an attempt yet, Owens. Not one attempt yet. That is not good signs. That really isn't good signs, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like the look of that. Um, yeah, Mohammed, hey, you need to make weigh-ins here, my friend. I don't like the look of that. That's not a good sign because yeah, that's a top fight for the fight card, top fight for the organization as well, and not only that, it's also a top fight for that division. So yeah, I'm a bit worried. So what are some signs that Muhammad Yunus Rabah hasn't done his first attempt at hydration and weight? I hope he doesn't fail. Rodriguez as well. She made an attempt once and didn't make it. She failed she failed weight. So these are not good signs. These are not good signs, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that comment section is. Drop a comment if you are tuning in. Like I said, this is our first attempt at a live for the weigh-in and hydration tests, which usually only happens for the main card, for the main fight cards for one championship. So your fight night events, the numbered events like the 173s and the 172s and so on and so on, they usually have their weigh-in and hydration tests on YouTube. So we're thinking in the future of doing more live reactions instead of doing the reaction afterwards. Especially if this live looks good and it actually gets nice engagement and people tune in and they have a conversation with us and watch the live-ins with us and have a nice banter, then yeah, we'll probably do more of it in the future. I wonder if one championship would be able to allow us to showcase the live on screen, like if we can show it on our channel as well. I doubt it. They'll probably tell us nope. Cancel, copyright, eject. So for now, it's just gonna be me bantering and showing you the faces on screen of who's arriving on the scale. But yeah, I'm keeping this fight on screen because of all the fights so far that isn't official just yet because of fighters missing weight and hydration. The top two, these two are, yeah, they need to, yeah, these fights, main event and co-main event, are not yet official because Muhammad Yunus Rabah has not yet attempted his first weight and hydration test, and Rodriguez still needs to come back and do a second attempt to make weight. And these are the top two fights on the fight card, so hopefully this doesn't result in catchweights because and I don't know from here. What do you think of Rodriguez fighting strawweight instead of atomweight? I feel like she's too big for atomweight, man. She's too, even though she does well in this division, she beats everybody. I don't know, I just feel like she should be fighting a weight higher. Excuse me. No, I want to see the champions. Oh, Pachicha's also atomweight, yeah, so that's why they need to be fighting each other. Kickboxing and Muay Thai. What? So is Smilla Sandal still contacted by one championship? Her name is not there on the list anymore. Smilla Sandal. Yeah, because she was massive. 5'10", 20 years old. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna struggle to find opponents for her. So she fought that the last time was 2024. How come I missed that fight? Oh, I think I saw that one, yeah. She beat Rodriguez. Supposed to fight Jackie Buntan. She did fight Jackie Buntan, beat Jackie Buntan. Yeah. And that, what division did she beat Jackie Buntan in? Strawweight. Yeah, I don't know that Smolder Sandal can make strawweight anymore. Doubt it. That's probably why they're not we're not seeing a fight. We're not seeing do any PR, no media. You know, not even on the website anymore in terms of champions. I don't know if Smolder Sandal will even come back to one championship. I just think it's difficult to find women in that weight class. I know it's strawweight, but I don't think Smolder Sandal even makes strawweight again. Probably flyweight. Smolder Sandal. Where is she? Where are you? Okay, she was stripped of the title. That was last year. That was the last thing we saw of her. Shout out for you guys for tuning in. There's an hour and 20 minutes left. Still no signs of any of the athletes. Okay, here we go. Smolder Sandal. Still no news. Smolder Sandal updates. Yeah, it just says that she's outgrown the division. I don't know if she's gonna come back and fight in one championship again. I doubt it. There's no fights to make for her. There's no fights to make for her. What's up for people in the live? Drop a like, drop a share. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Yeah, drop a like, drop a share. So at the moment, we're waiting still for athletes to do a test for second or third attempt. Some of them. Rodriguez has missed weight by 0.25 of a pound. She has to do a second attempt. Muhammad still has to make his first attempt. Ibrahim Dawev and Pedro Dantas is fine. Stephen Curry has to do a second attempt. Macarena Aragon has to do a second attempt. Cynthia Flores must do a second attempt. And then Zolzetsek must do a second attempt. Yeah, Rodriguez is back for her second attempt. Looks very furious. Fails. Sorry, let's hear. Come on, Rodriguez. Fast hydration. Rodriguez is fast hydration on the second attempt. Now it's to the weight. This is where she struggled the first time. If she misses weight again, yeah, she must cut the hair off. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so the main event is officially locked in. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Okay, let's update that for you. Okay, so we still need 5 more athletes to officially do their weight and hydration. To get it right, 5 athletes. Yo, let's go. So the main event is locked in. Now we're gonna see a beatdown come Saturday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. Us, it's gonna be morning. Oh, excuse me. And we will be live for that one as well. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna put the links up on YouTube shortly after this live is finished. I hope to see everyone there. I hope to see all the guys and ladies coming in for our live, tuning in for the fights. It's gonna be a dope fight card. I'm pretty sure of that. Like I said, 5 more fighters still need to do their weight and hydration to officially secure all the fights. What are we getting here? Comment. Just in the comments here. So there's a comment of one of our longtime subscribers of Abdul Rahman talking about that UFC White House card, saying he's quite excited about that one. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I mean, the UFC is in desperate need of having more US champions other than Kayla Harrison, who might even lose that title to the return of the official woman MMA GOAT in Amanda Nunes. And then he also commented about the fight night card that's coming up this weekend for UFC is just absolutely awful. But he hopes that it delivers the performance. Yeah, man. I don't know what UFC is doing. I don't want to go there. But we are here for this one championship card. So the 5 fighters that still have to provide their samples and successfully pass weight are Muhammad Yunus Rabah, Stephen Karodi, Macarena Aragon, Cynthia Flores, and Zolzetsek. They still have to. I'm doubtful of Zolzetsek. I don't think he's going to get it right. I think he's going to fail both again. Cynthia Flores needs to pass hydration. She made weight, but she needs to pass hydration. Macarena Aragon, exactly the same thing. She needs to pass hydration. She failed weight. She failed hydration, but she needs to pass weight. No, she made weight, but failed hydration, so she needs to make the hydration. Stephen Karodi is the opposite. He passed hydration, but failed his weight by 0.5 of a pound, so he needs to cut more. And I don't know where Muhammad is, bro. Someone has to find this guy. There's an hour and 15 minutes left, excuse me, and there's been no signs of Muhammad. He hasn't even made an attempt yet, so that is just not a buzz. Not what we want to see. It's not what we want to see. Hopefully he comes up next. Excuse me. Oh, it's good HDO. If because now we know the main event is official, right? We know that these ladies are going to throw down. There's no worries about how this fight in terms of catchweight or anything like that, right? So fight's official. Who do you think is going to win? Let me know in the comments and how. And I got the strong feeling that it's going to be Alicia Rodriguez again. And when she wins, right? Who should she fight next? Pardon me. Pejija is the current atomweight kickboxing champion, while Rodriguez is the current atomweight Muay Thai champion. I think they should unify these belts. Or I think they are unified, but I think they should fight for either one to become two-sport champion, like some of the legends in the organization so far. And that fight will be hard to predict. That'll probably be the first time that I won't be so confident for Rodriguez to win. Is against Pejija. I think Pejija is a tough fight for her. Really tough fight for her. And I think the only thing that will make it a little bit easier is that it's not Smith Shandell in the sense that it's someone that's much bigger and taller. But Gigi and Rodriguez are kind of similar in terms of how they're built. They're both very muscle bound. But Gigi has probably got a little bit more density to it. But they're both super athletic, and stylistically it'll make for a really, really entertaining fight. I think Pajija must leave the kickboxing, even though she's a champion there. I just feel like just leave that. Come fight Muay Thai. That's where she's most deadly. And when you got Pajija and Elisa Rodriguez, there's a good chance for one championship to make like a story of the ages. You know, for the women's stand up disciplines, you could see the two of them throw down multiple times and create like a trilogy, quadruple. They could really like do something there where you could see a potential documentary out of the two of them because of the levels that they are at, and especially they must fight each other a couple of times, because I do think that it won't be like they must fight 10 times. It'll be 9 times to one person to do the other one. I think they would be back and forth all the way. I don't think either fighter has a clear path to victory because they're so evenly matched. I don't know why Pearson seems so familiar, even though this is a debut, but I just feel like I've seen her fight before. I've seen that face around somewhere else. I can't remember. I wonder if she was on Karate Combat once before. Let me just... No, Pearson. She's also Swedish. Or she might have been like a training partner of someone. So the topology is only showing us the 2 fights. That's weird. I'm sure she's fought more times than just this 2. Yo, 9 people. What's up? How's everyone doing? We are in the weigh-ins, ladies and gentlemen. It's live. There's an hour and 11 minutes left, and only 5 fighters still need to officially provide their hydration samples and also their weigh-ins. So so not all the fights. What that simply means is that 5 of the 8 fights on the fight card still need to be confirmed here in terms of the weigh-ins. Person record. – 6-0 in 2024. Yeah, not just 2024. What other records? I mean, she's got so many titles. It's mad. And when I watched the tape of Joanna Pearson, I was like, why does she fight like this? I mean, she goes forward. She's a go-getter. She's got a good game plan on her in terms of the activity and the upward momentum elbows that she throws. And there's a vibe there in terms of going through a list of attacks that's really good. I just think that she's going to get matched up against someone that's just so much more powerful than she is. But let's go. Let's see. I could be surprised. I think the world could be surprised. But I'm wondering what the betting odds are for that fight. Let's actually have a look at that betting odds. CSGO 500. Let's see if they got us some odds here in this fight. Shout out to Sniff for tuning in and giving us the link to this website. That was really cool. Okay, one championship. Fight night 33. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm sure Jan is the underdog here. Yeah, massive 3.23. Massive underdog. Rodriguez is playing out at 1.2. At 1.3, sorry. No surprise, to be honest. Oh yeah, you can see other organizations won championship. Let's look at some of the odds here. So in the take you down from here, let's start here. So the opening card of the night. If you want to bet, let me give you some numbers and let's see if you. I'm gonna say gamble responsibly. You'd say we don't have to take my word for it. But it looks like Zolzetzek is the underdog at 4.35, whereas Jean-Lo Marc is sitting at 1.18. I can see it. Right? Zolzetzek hasn't had the greatest record in one championship, and stylistically, yeah, I think he will probably get taken down by Jean-Lo Marc and get tapped out. That's most likely what would happen in this fight, in my opinion. Granted that it's a puncher's chance when these guys are standing, and both of them love to throw overhand rights. So I think either one can knock either one out when standing. But I think game plan wise, if Mark takes him down, it's pretty much like curtains for Zolzetzek over there. So I think I'm agreeing with that line. I think Jean-Lo Marc is the favorite going to that one. And then the fight between Martina Kazenska taking on Cynthia Flores. I said Martina Kazenska all the way, which is the better fighter. Even though Cynthia Flores has got, of course she's got some good boxing on her. She is a Mexican national champion in Muay Thai. So, she's no slouch and throwing some good punches in there. But I think Martina Kazenska is just going to dance around her and be too quick, too fast, just too overwhelming on the night. Let's see what the odds are for that one as well. Kazenska is the favorite at 1.18. And then Cynthia Flores is paying out massive underdog at 4.29. So yeah, it's a massive gamble. I wouldn't commit to that one. I think Kazenska is definitely going to win that fight, so I wouldn't commit to that one. Don't bet on what Cynthia Flores. Then we have Nonta Chai versus Abdallah Dayakaev. This is a crazy fight. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a crazy fight. I want Nonta Chai to win. Deep down, I want him to win, but that's just biasness that's making me say that. But my logical brain and my gut is telling me that Abdallah Dayakaev is going to win this fight. Possibly by finish, maybe first or second round finish. But if not, he'll probably win on a 3-round decision as well. That's very odd. But the way he got knocked down by Simmer Peck in his last fight did show me that there's holes in the kid's game. Even when Yodakiu beat him, Yodakiu was very active against him. So Nonta Chai, I don't know. He's gonna have to be very patient and not necessarily chase Dayakaev down. He's gonna have to either be very active in his defense. When he does, when they are out in the open, he's gonna have to kind of force the clinch, in my opinion, especially when he's walking Abdallah down. But don't chase and get into firefights. You're gonna have to get, of course, Abdallah to make a mistake, because that kid is always locked in and he's dangerous, bro. Super, super dangerous. But let's look at the betting line. So the CSGO 500 has got Nonta Chai at the overwhelming underdog, paying out at 3.23, and Dayakaev at 1.3. I wonder if there's there's no props for it. Props. So it's just my straight money line. Now look there, overwhelming favorite is Dayakaev. You see what I'm saying? If you want to take a gamble on this one, it's not a bad gamble to gamble on someone like Nonta Chai. But I just think in this fight, it's a bit of a tough one. I don't know if he can get it done. I think Dayakaev is gonna beat him, but I would love to see Nonta Chai get the dub there. We'll take him to a 4-fight win streak in one championship. Then the fight above that one. Atomweight MMA, Chihiro Sawada taking on Macarena Aragon. I'm gonna close that. I think Macarena Aragon is gonna utilize the wrestling. I'm not sure where she trains out of, but the way that she wrestles is very good. It's a very top-heavy, nullifying kind of game. Take you down, hold you down, chain wrestle if you're gonna try and stand up. Doesn't really have a lot of submissions. Doesn't really finish fights, but I like how aggressive she can be, and I think she's gonna try and overwhelm Chihiro Sawada in this fight and use that size. even though I think Chihiro Sawada is a gamer and she's a top fighter as well, but I just think that the overwhelming size and not only when I say size, I don't just mean in that the physical size of Macarena. I think Macarena uses that physical size in a way. She marries her size with her fight style, and that results in her looking bigger than what she actually is because of how she fights. And I think that's going to be a tough one for Chihiro. Even though Chihiro, like I said, she's a dog, man. I like the way she fight. I thought she beat Mingbo in the last fight, even though it's classified as a loss. But she also would have been 4-0. Yeah, fun fight for one championship. Fun fight. I'm gonna go Macarena Aragon anyway via wrestling, just overwhelming wrestling. The money line seems to disagree with me. So Chihiro Sawada is coming in at the favorite at 1.25, and then Macarena Aragon is currently the underdog, paying out at 3.59. So I think cash in there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to make some money, I think cash in there at Macarena Aragon as the underdog to win this fight. You see, I thought Shadowcat was going to beat Aragon, and Aragon beat Shadowcat, right? And Shadowcat's a good fighter, really good striker, fast. And Aragon just nullified it by taking it down consistently and just like wrapped up the legs, Dagestani zip tie. She fights really well, man. She's got a top wrestling game, and I think she might give Sawada a tough fight, even though Sawada's the experienced fighter here. And I kind of can see how they can make her the favorite. She's a good striker as well. She's just a top fighter. But I don't know if she's taken on the wrestling pedigree of Macarena Aragon. So I'm going to go with the underdog here. Let's go, Aragon. Moving up the fight card, Vladimir Kuzmin taking on Stefan Karodi. I'm going to stick with my guns are in the preview. I said Vladimir Kuzmin's going to win. Stefan Karodi is a good fighter, right? He's not he likes to go in there and stand and bang and let that fist fly. He trusts his hands. But I think the way Vladimir fights, he uses his reach in a very good way. He's got a long, stiff jab, got a long right straight hand that comes out off that one in a very good way. Kicks really well. He's very elusive, and he's on a bit of a tear at the moment. So he's got momentum on his side. Whereas Karodi, I think he's on like 2-fight slide or something like that. And he still has to make weight. He missed weight by 5 pounds. So he needs to come in and do another test, and they only have an hour left. So and I'm always doubtful of fighters who don't make weight in hydration the first time. It's like they don't usually show up to the fights when that happens. So I'm gonna stick with Vladimir Kuzmin. Let's see what the bet line for this one is. Whoa! So CS:GO 500 has got Vladimir Kuzmin as the favorite at 1.17. Yeah, it's a safe bet. That's what that is. Stefan Karodi is the underdog at 4.41. So there's a bit of a gamble that can be made there calculated, because Karodi can fight. I just don't know if he's gonna be the same fighter if he doesn't make this. Pardon me, if he doesn't make this weight. Whereas Vladimir, he passed weight in hydration. He looks good. He looks pumped up with it. So training out of a good gym. Fought some top talent in Agadi and Muay Thai. He's got the experience. I just don't know. I just can't see him losing this fight. I really can't see him losing this fight. So I would say go with Vladimir, but that's safe money. It's not going to pay out that much, but I would say go Vladimir. I know I'm talking about the betting odds now, and this is a weight and hydration reaction, but I'm currently waiting for the fighters to come out to do a weight. Okay, here we go. Someone's going to come out now. They have 59 minutes left, so 5 fighters still left to give their samples. Let's wait for that one. Ibrahim Dawev taking on Pedro Dantas. I got Ibrahim winning this fight. I think he's just a top fighter, but I don't know anything about Pedro, so it's hard for me to give an official bet on that one. And also, they don't have there's no bets for them. Interesting. There's no bets for that fight. Interesting. Okay, let's see who's gonna pop up now to come and do the second attempt. For Muhammad Yunus, it will be his first attempt. AD might be joining us again as well. Okay, 5 fighters still have to provide their samples, so let's go. We have Muhammad Yunus Rabah still has to provide. Stephen Karodi has to come and do another weigh-in. Aragon has to do another weigh-in. Cynthia Flores and Zolzedzek all have to do a weigh-in in hydration. Let's see who comes up first. Okay, here we go. Stephen Karodi again, second attempt. Stephen Karodi. Just remember that Vladimir Kuzmin has made weight in hydration on his first attempt. Stephen Karodi's second attempt right now. Passes hydration. Stephen Karodi passes hydration. One, 145 pounds. He makes weight and hydration, so that fight's officially locked in. Let's go. That's gonna be a banger as well. Stephen Karodi versus Vladimir Kuzmin. Super stoked. Okay. Alright, so that the fight is officially locked in. Vladimir Kuzmin, Stephen Karodi is officially locked in. Who's next? Okay, retesting is Zolzetsek Shinichaktiga. That's how you say his name. Shinichaktiga. Okay. Like I said, I was doubtful of this guy. Okay, Shine passes hydration. Yo, my guy's looking dry. Oh, they're gonna get the curtain for him as well. My guy's looking dry. Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing someone struggling. Oi. He's looking drowsy. Getting knocked out by the weight cut. My guy's getting knocked out by the weight cut here. Hectic. Makes weight. Okay, he makes weight. He makes weight and hydration. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be a tough one to come back from both. Okay, so far so good. After his second attempt. Mad. Okay. So Cynthia Flores, Macarena Aragon still have to do a second attempt. And then Muhammad Yunus Rabah still has to do his first attempt. So we have 3 fighters left to go with only 54 minutes left of their window period. Let's go. I'm sure they'll make it. I'm sure they'll make it. Come on, Mohammed. Don't do us like this. Don't do yourself like this. We need him to make weight here. This is a fight that needs to happen. Shadow and Mohammed Rabah needs to happen. This fight needs to happen. But I'm happy so far that no one. I mean, it's only been 3 fighters now that needs to do the weight and hydration. But I'm happy that everyone else so far has successfully made weight and hydration. It's a very good sign. Sounds like athletes are taking it more seriously. Not that they were in the past, but I mean, sure. When I started watching One Championship up until now, I've seen so many weight failures, hydration failures. Like almost every card had someone missing weight. I mean, the Friday fights cards, right? As entertaining as they are, like 90% of the cards are always catchweight fights. So like none of those guys are even making weight. They're all just like, oh, you guys are close in weight. You a pound. It's a pound. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Let's put these guys together. Yeah, I think if One Championship can clamp down on those rules and regulations, and maybe have these guys be more strict in terms of the divisions, and not do so many catchweight fights. We could have more incentives for the fighters to make weight. Because what one could actually do would be like, if you're making weight and you're fighting in a division, there's obviously a clear path for you to become a ranked opponent. You know what I mean? And then, excuse me, fighters that are in the top 15 of each division are all contracted fighters. Anyone else outside of that are not. If you don't have a ranking, you're not contracted, which you do in Friday Fights cards. And it'll give the Friday Fights athletes more incentive to make weight, fight hard, to get a ranked opponent, and then maybe go for a contract there. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Yeah, I think that could be the buzz, because these catchweight fights are all entertaining to watch. But then, but what's the stake? The $100,000 contract, which is obviously a big thing to acquire. It's a massive achievement to get when you, as a fighter, to get that contract, right? To be part of an organization. But then what happens after that? Is that when you start taking it seriously? Is that when you're like, okay, now I'm gonna fight in a division because I'm contracted now? You know what I mean? So I think if it starts early, it works out better, because then it gives people from a very early stage in their career to go, all right, I'm locking in from now already. I'm 19 years old. I'm locking in from now already. Let's go. Okay, 50 minutes left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen, for these athletes to make weight. The only 3 fighters is Muhammad Yunus Rabah. He didn't do anything. He didn't give any test for his hydration or weight, so he still has to show up. Everyone else has made it nice and clear. Macarena Adegon still has to come back and do a second attempt. Hopefully she gets that done. That's just hydration that she has to pass. But she made weight. And then the same can be said for Cynthia Flores. Missed hydration, but made weight. So, yeah, let's hope. Let's be hopeful. I was very doubtful of Shine Chaktaga, Shine Chaktaga. I was very doubtful of him that he was going to make it, because he failed both hydration and weight. But then he came back in second attempt looking very drowsy and dizzy and misstepping, but made weight in hydration. So that fight's locked in, and it's officially in the bantamweight division, where Fabricio Andrade, arguably one of the top fighters of the world right now in the bantamweight division, is looking really good. But I also noticed that, I mean, the One Championship's weight metric is a 10-pound difference in terms of the UFC. So, for example, the bantamweight division for the UFC is 135, and for One Championship it's 145. So that means Fabricio Andrade is 150. He's a featherweight basically when it comes to UFC's weights. So I just stack up against some of them. Not bad actually. I think he does really well there. I think he does really well in that division. Excuse me. There are some top killers. You know, Diego Lopez, Mavzai Volkanovski, Jean Silva. There's some killers in that division. Let's switch it up. Long. Okay, so we still have 3 fighters that need to show up. I'm gonna go to the ones that I'm hopeful that's gonna come up next because time is ticking and this guy hasn't even done one attempt. I'm talking about Muhammad Yunus Rabah. Hasn't made one attempt yet. And yeah, the clock is ticking, bro. It's 47 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's say 40 seconds. He's gonna. And what happens if he misses weight on his first attempt or misses hydration on his first attempt? And he has what, 30 minutes left? Oh, this will be a sucky feeling if he doesn't actually make it. Not gonna lie, it's gonna suck ass. Thank you for tuning in. Those who have been tuning in, drop a like, drop a share. Yeah, we are going to be doing a live for this fight card on this Saturday, so be sure to tune in for that at 3 a.m. South African time. And then yeah, it'll be live on Prime Video, on YouTube. Yeah, come say hi, and then let us know if you also want to catch the fights. Maybe we can work something out. Let's see, find a way to get you guys that aren't able to watch it to watch it. So 2 ladies still have to show up. Macarena Aragon and Cynthia Flores. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I expect Rodriguez to go and put a beat down on Joanna Pearson. Yeah, I've got a feeling it's gonna be a bloody fight. Yeah, I just got the feeling it's gonna be a bloody fight. Rodriguez just mustn't get tanked, like get tired in after that first round. You know, lose all the stamina, get adrenaline dump or something, and then she's tired. Going to round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, struggle to keep her hands up, and then Pearson is just going to work. I don't want that to happen. So that is probably like the only outcome I can see Pearson actually winning the fight is tiring out Rodriguez over the course of the fight. Like, you know, relying on the fact that she's gonna lose that. I say fact, but it depends on how the fight goes. But Rodriguez can get tired. But yeah, I just don't know if that's gonna happen in this one. Pearson's got a good forward pressure vibe. Actually, pressures her opponents in a very good way, in the way she walks forward. Very good pressure. And that can tire a lot of athletes out. So that could also be a game plan that they can deploy here. It's a lot of forward momentum pressure. Attack the calves of Rodriguez. You know, really just slow down the base, slow down everything about Rodriguez. That's what I think Pearson's probably going to try and do here. Because I don't know if she's going to... I haven't watched the tape. Try and match Rodriguez pound for pound, you know. I think she's gonna have a difficult time doing that. And that doesn't mean that I'm throwing shade on Pearson or anything. It just means that she has to strategize differently, you know. It's just paying respect to your opponent. If I'm fighting someone that knows that I know hits harder than I do, has got more knockouts than me and so on, then I will be respectful and be like, okay, I'm not gonna stand and bang on this athlete. I'm gonna fight on the outside, probably take them down, keep it wrestling, keep it clinching, just wear out the arms. If I don't get the sub, that's fine. I'll keep wrestling just to get them tired, and then eventually when we're standing up now, it will even the playing field now when it comes to striking, because we're gonna be will be the same pace, same level. You won't be as fast and powerful as you were in the first round. "43 minutes left. Clock is ticking, my bro." 80, I think we're gonna have your guy miss weight and hydration here. I think Mohamed Rabah is gonna miss it. Yeah, I got the feeling he's not gonna make weight. Yes. Not a bad amount of numbers for our first live reaction to the ones weighing. We didn't even prep for this. It was just like a last minute decision of like, oh, let's just do a live. Why not and see what happens? Still waiting for the athletes to show up. Almost 30 minutes left. I think we're going to see a couple of catchweight fights here, ladies and gentlemen. Cool people tuning in. What's up, everybody? Drop a like, drop a share. Drop a comment. So far, majority of the fights are all locked in. Except for the co-main event and then the two ladies fights are not locked in. The bottom two ladies fights. "14 minutes left. 14 minutes left, so doubtful, yeah. Doubtful.
I like it. I love it. I want some more.
How was that? Yeah, the worst thing we don't want here is a catchweight for this co-main event. I don't mind the other two fights being catchweight, but this co-main event has to be locked in or be gutted. I mean, Shadow had a second attempt and he made weight successfully, passed weight successfully, looked very healthy. He was smiling and laughing on the scale, so he looks like he's in tip-top shape here. I think in the preview I said Mohamed Rabah has to win, but I can see Shadow beating him. The only reason why I went with Rabah is because of the style, man. It's the kind of style that I can see Shadow having a difficult time with. But that being said, Mohamed Rabah is also not chinny, but he got dropped against Eddie Abasolo, and I think Shadow will walk through Eddie Abasolo, to be honest with you. So yeah, and I think Shadow hits a lot harder than Eddie Abasolo. So I think Shadow is probably going to land a more damaging shot on Mohammed. And that will probably change a lot for the fight. But anyway, I'm talking about this as if his fight is locked in. They still have to. Mohammed still has to show up and make his first attempt. With 38 minutes left to go. I don't know if he's going to make it. Let me know in the comments if you think he's going to make it. I don't think so. Yeah. It's a tough one. With 38 minutes left, I don't know. It's a tough one for him to make. I'm even doubtful of Cynthia Flores as well because she didn't look good in the first attempt. Even though she passed hydration and she felt her weight, but her body language looked like someone that wasn't like mentally there. Whereas Makan Aragon, even though she felt weight or she felt hydration. Aragon, what did she do? Did she pass? Let me just see what Aragon did. Felt hydration, but made weight. So yeah, I think she'll be okay. And she didn't show body language of someone that was a bit depleted or down in the dumps. Like Eddie was saying, these weight cuts are sometimes so intense for these athletes that they even think of retiring because they just don't want to go through it. I don't blame them. But it's part of the game, It's part of the game. I like what Joe Rogan said about making more weight classes. And that could fix the problem with weight cuts because then you just compete in your weight. You just, if you're over a pound over, that's fine. You go up, you go fight that weight class. So I think that's because it helps with the weight cutting of all the athletes. They don't have to cut so much. But I also think some of the athletes want to make that big cut because then they know they're in a division where they've got the power side, the power advantage, the size advantage. They go through hell for the weight cut, but when they make weight and then they put the size back on, then they know they're gonna sort of, I hate to say it, but they can weight bully. That's the thing. Not calling out Rodriguez or, as a weight bully because she struggled there. But I mean, you can see significantly some of the athletes that are just not that weight class and they need to go up, Like for example, Nico Carrillo made a fantastic decision to go up to featherweight because I think he's going to be a much better fighter there. I think the bantamweight mark he was bigger than everybody, right? He was bullying everybody out there as well. But it was a drastic weight cut for him. And that's why when you saw him fight against Nabil, it looked like a shadow version of himself because the weight cut was just killing him. He just couldn't take it anymore. And yeah, the question was like, so why did he stay in the division for so long? Because, he was beating everyone. And he had the power advantage. One touch is a touch of death in that division for him. Now he goes up featherweight. He carries that power with him. He can knock people out there as well. He had a very good fight in his first fight. But he's going to compete against athletes now that are equal to him in terms of power and size, and they'll be able to maybe take his blows. That's the difference, yeah. I just think some athletes like to do that weight. I'd love to do the weight cut. Some of them love it because maybe it's healthy for them, and yeah, they just appear to be stronger. Dricus du Plessis is a massive middleweight. His weight cuts isn't that intense, but he's a big guy, and he can bully a lot of the guys in that division. 34 minutes left for the window of weight and hydration, ladies and gentlemen. 34 minutes left. Muhammad Yunus Rabah still has to do his first attempt. Macarena Aragon has to do her second attempt. She felt hydration in the first one but made weight. And then the same thing for Cynthia Flores. She passed hydration but failed weight. Failed hydration but passed weight. And she has to do a second attempt as well. And they have 34 minutes left. Hopefully that they are able to make it so we can have none of these fights go to catchweight. I don't want to see that. Not on a fight night card or a pay-per-view card. We don't want to see catchweight fights. It needs to be in a division. It needs to be high risk. It needs to be high stakes on these kind of fight cards. I saw on Tetsuya's latest post, one of his latest posts on Instagram, talking about how he thinks one championship can be more profitable. And so I don't know the geography that well when it comes to Thailand. I've only been there for a week. And Lumpini Stadium is in Bangkok. And let me see if I can find it. Tetsuya saying that they should maybe it was on X. Find a different venue, maybe move it to a venue that's more central or maybe more towards Davy, so you can get a lot more tickets that way, like Rajam Danan. Yeah, I don't know, hey. Because that could maybe help with ticket sales. Tetsuya. Maybe put a price, a price on the what you call it on the Friday fights cards. Instead of making it all free, making all the tickets free, maybe just put a small price on them. Nothing major, but just so you can generate some more income. Yeah, here we go. Tetsuya was saying, to be honest, I still don't see how one can become profitable with its current business model. They've done almost everything they could in terms of cost cutting, but they just can't generate enough revenue. They can't make money from ticket sales at Lumpini Stadium. 80 to 90% of fans get free tickets to watch one Friday fights every week. That's not a good thing. What is it here? Every week, the broadcasting rights deals aren't worth much either. Lumpini Stadium is located in the middle of nowhere, whereas Rajam Danan Stadium is in the prime location, just 10 minutes from Khao San Road, a famous tourist area. Events at Rajam Danan generate over 1 million baht in tickets sales daily. In my opinion, the best solution is the end of the broadcast rights deals with Channel 7 in Thailand and introduce a monthly subscription model for 200 baht on YouTube for Watch One FC. I'm all in on that one, to be honest with you. Subscribers could receive perks such as special discounts on tickets, pay-per-views, and merchandise. Members could also access exclusive videos on YouTube. This way, one can start generating real revenue. I mean, that makes sense to me. Again, I don't know the geography of Lumpini Stadium, but if it sounds like it's in the middle of nowhere, maybe they should move it to an area where it generates more, more tourists coming in, more Thai people going in. But more importantly, don't make your tickets free. How is it that 80 to 90% of your tickets, of your fans, are not paying for tickets for Friday Fights card? That is bogus. That is absolutely bogus. Yo. Who would have thought? So 200 rand, 200 baht for Friday Fights card is not too bad. That really isn't too bad at all. Even for South African people, it's 110 rand to watch a fight card, and that even could be the subscription that you pay monthly rather than every Friday. You pay that subscription every month to be able to watch these cards. UFC's got UFC Fight Pass. They could do a One Championship Fight Pass as well. And if you pay for your subscription for a Fight Pass, for One Championship Fight Pass, you get access to all their cards, all the perks. You don't have to watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on One Fight FC, or Watch Fight FC. Watch it on their own channel, actually, on their own streaming site. Not bad. I think that'll be a good business model. Yo, it's just... Yo, Friday Fight 16 looks fun. Is Yuya Wakamatsu? Panrit Anta Kasim Adam versus Pitch 2. What's it? Pitch 1. Nayan. Yuki Yoza versus Petanon. Yaka Miura. what's this guy? What's this? Hiroba Minowa. What's this dude's name? Not Wakamatsu. What is his name? Yo, what is this kid's name, man? Kyochi Horiguchi's in UFC again. Yo, what's up, Eddie?
What up? What up? How's everything going over here, bro? What did I miss?
So, those who have retested have been successful. The only fighters that are left to go is Muhammad Yunus Rabah.
No.
Oh, he hasn't done his attempt yet, his first attempt. And then the two
Oh,
ladies
he
at the
hasn't
bottom.
attempted it.
He hasn't attempted yet, yeah. Macarena
Okay.
Aragon still has to do a second attempt, and then Cynthia Flores as well. But everyone else
They've
has
only
made
got like 30
graduation.
minutes, right?
Yeah. The time is against them.
But if Rabah hasn't tested it, then I mean, what do you make of that, bro?
I don't think he's going to make it at all. That's what I make of that.
Damn. Let's see if I can get that up here.
What do you want to do?
Nah, I just want to get the weigh-in show on my phone here. So I can
Oh,
keep
okay.
eyes on that also. 26 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Surprising that he hasn't even made one attempt yet.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I was also like, whoa. I don't like that.
Yeah, because that's big, bro. And that's like one of the best fights on the card that's at stake here.
Yeah, facts.
Them's bare fucks.
I see.
John Diabella replied to my message on X here.
What did you ask him?
Any word on your next fight? He just replied with the eyes emoji. So take that as a no then. Maybe I can share for the people just to confirm with them that we are in contact with JDB, interim strawweight kickboxing champion.
You want to bring it up on screen? There you go.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
my new update on your next fight, champ. Eyes emoji.
I think there might be a fight. I mean, he is training. Did you see how he was training?
Nah, I didn't
Looks
see
good.
it.
Let me see if I can find the footage. He's looking
I
good.
thought I
He's
could
looking
break a
good.
story there. If he had given me some insight, we could have broke it live here on Fighting the
You
Fools.
know,
But that man's playing,
that would have been
playing his
cool.
cards close to his chest here.
I think he's got a fight. It's just I wonder who. I love he's fighting Takeru.
Yeah, I mean, at what weight?
Flyweight, you'll have
He's gonna go up to flyweight. Yeah, that would be the move. But I mean, flip, yeah. You have your interim strawweight kickboxing champion going up a weight class. What is going on?
Yeah, that's obviously not a good look.
But the man does need a fight, bro. So.
Jonathan Diabella. Okay, 23 minutes left, and we still don't have Mohammed up on the scale here.
Is this man even in Thailand? He's still on the plane.
Oh, here we go. Let me show you quickly. There you go.
Sheesh. Okay.
Easy
Okay,
warm-up.
JDP.
Easy vibes. Yo, the clock is ticking here, Eddie.
Yes,
Don't know
bro.
if your
What's
guy's gonna
going
make
on?
it.
I mean, he has to weigh in, bro. He can't just not
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's
I
very
agree.
strange. So the main event is official, though, right?
Yeah. Event's official.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did Alicia look?
Nah, she looked fine. She even came in under. She even dropped
Okay.
more weight. She was over about 0.25, and then she came in. She weighed in at 114.
And Diakaev, how's he looking?
Solid, bruh. No problems. Looking solid as a rock, bruh. No issues.
Nice.
I'm gonna send you a link in WhatsApp. Actually, it will probably at your computer, so I'm bring it up on screen. One Friday fights 116. So far. One is gonna be testing. Macarena Aragon's coming in. Second attempt.
Let's go, Macarena.
Failed hydration. She failed hydration.
Goodness. So that's about done now.
Yeah, she's cooked. That's catchweight. And she misses weight by 115 points. She even went upper weight.
Yeah, I mean, because she had to hydrate, bro. So it's natural that she's gonna go up weight. Bro, once you miss hydration,
Yeah.
it's very difficult to come back from that.
Yeah, she's done. Like, they're telling her you got minutes, but I don't know. I don't see it. I don't even think Muhammad Yunus is in the building.
Yeah, way easy, bro.
Yeah, not even one attempt. Bad. That's just bad.
Could just be saving it, bro. Just waiting. And he's gonna come out and
Do a
just make
dance.
the weight comfortably, yeah. Less than 20 minutes to go now.
Yeah. Shit. So Macarena, I think it's safe to say that she's done. I don't know if she's gonna make it in time. Cynthia Flores, she attempted very early when the live started. So she's been out now basically 2 hours since her first attempt. Let's see what Cynthia Flores has got for us. So I saw on Tetsuya's X account, he made a post about how he thinks one championship can be more profitable. And one of it was a 200 baht subscription that you can pay to get basically either you pay 200, you were saying
it's like 100 rand.
it's 110, yeah. You either pay 200 baht for like a pay window for the Friday Fights card, but then it'll be 200 baht every Friday. Or you go 200 baht for a monthly subscription for basically one fight pass. You know what I mean? And then you get access to all the cards, but you must pay it monthly, which could also work. You know, which I think actually makes better sense. Like $200.
I would just do a yearly subscription of 800. So that would be 1,600 baht.
Okay.
For the year, and you don't have to worry about renewing all the time.
Yeah, every 12 months. That's even better, because then at least it gives you, access to the cards, and then one championship. Because I was surprised when I saw that whole thing of that they basically making the tickets free. I mean, it's free on YouTube for most of us. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Depending on the region, yeah.
Depending on the region, yeah. Yeah, I still think it should. They could just, because what you were saying was 80 to 90% of the people that show up don't pay for the tickets. It's free.
Oh, why are they doing that, bro?
That's what I'm saying. If your tickets are free for Friday Fights cards, then you're obviously not gonna make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And you're giving out the yellow bonuses.
And you're giving out all these bonuses, yeah. But I do think that it needs to, like, you shouldn't be scared to start charging people. I know Charter is very much for the people, by the people kind of guy. You know, if you watch The Apprentice, One Championship, he speaks a lot about that, about you need to have a, PhD if you want to be working for One Championship, poor, hungry, and determined. So, I just think that the man needs to not be scared of charging people. Like, you're giving us a service which is phenomenal. You know, let people pay for it. I wouldn't mind paying for a yearly subscription like that. $800 a year to watch all these fights. I'll do it.
Bro hasn't waited and must.
What? What did you say?
Is it only Rabah now that we're waiting for?
And Cynthia. Rabah and Cynthia. What's her name? Macarena, she can still do a third attempt if she wants to, but I mean, with that little time left, I don't know if she will make it. Cynthia Flores must do a second attempt, and Rabah must do his first attempt still. I'm thinking that we're not gonna get Rabah. That's gonna be a catchweight fight, and it will be very surprising if they even get a replacement fighter at this time. And I watched the interview, right? I watched the interview with Nick Atkin this morning. Got released last night. And he looked like he was in relaxed mode and he was fine and he looked super chilled, bro. And he was having a good interview and, talking about how he's going to exploit Shadow and so on. But my guy didn't even do one weigh-in yet.
Maybe he's that confident, bro, that he's going to make weight.
I was about to say, maybe he just doesn't want to, because like you said, if you miss it the first time, you're probably going to miss it the second and third time again. So he probably wants to make sure that he gets it right this first time.
I mean, I think if you weigh in early and you miss it, you might still have a chance. But if you have like an hour left to make hydration and weight, you pretty much cooked.
Yeah. I agree. Just over 10 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite doubtful of this one. Shadow looked good in his second attempt, bro. He even also came in under in his second attempt, and he looked flawless. He was laughing on the scale, had a good smile there and a good giggle. So he looks like he's a relaxed man.
Yeah, and he missed the first time, right? He was 0.5 over.
Yeah.
So it can be done. It's just a matter of you have to get your weigh in early so that you know. That's why I think Raba's either just very confident that he's going to make weight, or he's confident that he's not going to make weight. So it's one or the other.
Oh yeah, next week Saturday during the day, Vissel is having a housewarming, but she also wants to do a celebration for us for being monetized. She asked if you want to come with. She's extending an invitation.
Born, she must invite me, bro. I'm also part of the job.
She asked me.
Yeah,
Yes, she asked me
nice.
yesterday if I could ask you. So I said, yeah, I'll speak to Eddie. And now here we are. Okay, Cynthia Floyd is back on the scale, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Second attempt.
Let's go, Cynthia.
$1.03. Fails. Fails hydration.
So why did they still make her get on the scale?
Oh, I actually don't like that. So what's the point? Because you need to pass both to succeed.
Yeah. Nah,
Makes
she's
the
over
weight.
probably.
No, she made weight.
Okay. I guess it's just for the stats to say it was only hydration, but she made weight.
Probably, yeah. Because I also feel like it's pointless if you have to pass both. Why are you making me do the other one if I failed one of them? Especially the first one. You know, because I do hydration first. Now I fail hydration. So why must I go and do a weigh-in? Just I've seen fighters before. Don't they say no to the weigh-in when they see they fail hydration, then they say no to the weigh-in. They go backstage and they go do their thing and they come back.
It's pointless, bro. I mean, unless you wanna if you're gonna come back, then you just wanna kind of see where your weight is at, so you can use that as like a measurement. But otherwise, bro, like for her now, there's no point in her getting on the scale because she's obviously missed.
Yeah, she missed hydration, and her first attempt, they gave her the grace. She was 0.5 over, but they said she passed hydration, which is so interesting. And now again, she was a 0.5 over and passed hydration. So there's no inconsistency when it comes to half a pound grace here. Maybe because they can't get Martina another opponent, so they just kind of forcing Cynthia to actually make this. Like, you know what I mean? We'll give you that pound.
They should just give them the pound, bro.
Yeah. And maybe Martina Kazinska was just saying, you know what, just give her that pound. Ten minutes to go. So it's just Muhammad is left. I don't think the two ladies are gonna come back to do another attempt, to do the third attempt. I doubt it. So it just leaves Muhammad left. I'm just glad that the main event is locked in. I went through the betting odds for these fights. There's no betting odds for the Ibrahim and Pedro Dantas. There's no betting odds for that fight. Yeah, that was the only one. But there were odds for all the others.
Where you on CSGO?
So what they I think Shadow's the underdog. I remember correctly. Did you open up account yet?
No, I was just working now, so.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna if there's a process to sign up, if there's any red tape that you have to get around.
Let's see. 300% first deposit bonus. Plus 300% first deposit bonus. That's mad. Oh, with a referral code. I'm using my Google account here. Okay. Did I register? How many times? 7 minutes.
Oh yeah, I saw yesterday there's an option to clip stuff from. Have you seen that? Like on
From
the
where?
channel, on the video, there's an option to clip, so we don't have to use screen grabbing to clip. You can just use the clip option on YouTube, and you can create the clip from the video.
Oh, you gotta show me.
So like if you go to a video, there's that scissors tool that says clip away, and then you can just like trim it from there.
But the video has to be on YouTube for you to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's this guy?
Yeah. How much time is okay? It's 5 minutes. I don't know. What guy?
I'm just watching stupid videos here, bro. Trying to find there it is. Back on the One Championship live.
Oh.
Yo, 5-minute mark approaching. Where's this guy? Is he even gonna
I
win?
don't know. I honestly don't know.
Man's gonna be on the scale. It's gonna be like 10, 9, 8.
Okay, cool. I have an account.
Oh, it's opened. But now it's easy to create an account, but the thing is depositing money, man. That's where the problems begin.
Yeah. So yeah, because it's showing here, it's not showing any rands. Deposit, you can deposit all the different currencies here, but it's not showing rands.
Because it's a crypto gambling site, I think.
Okay. Okay, Bitcoin. Oh, I see now. Bitcoin, yeah.
Bitcoin.
It's just showing USD everywhere. Affiliates. You can do affiliate marketing here for this Mensa maybe.
Yeah, bro, why not? Get them on the horn.
Okay, here we go. Someone's coming up to the
It's gotta be Mohammed.
It's like
unless it's Macarena again.
She look like she's determined to do it, bro. Her face was showcasing someone that wants to go up again. You know, I need to make this weight. I need to leave after this to go fetch Tyler again. Oh. Here we go, Muhammad. Let's go.
Yo.
Waiting for the last minute. Let's go, Jonas. You look so drowsy. Look at him. He's so drowsy, bro. Oh, he's looking tired. Oh. Oh, he passed hydration. Okay. Now you see that 0.05 now. Other people got 0.02. No, they got 0.2. He's 0.05. So he's actually, I get it.
Ah, he looks safe, bro. He looks. If he passed hydration, I think he's okay.
They're bringing out the curtains.
Oh, shit, that. But he looks fine, bro. He looks like a cut.
Yo, he's cut heavy. My guy is lean.
They don't need that curtain there.
I think he's asking for it.
Because he didn't take his Oni off.
Oh, okay. It's still on.
I think so, yeah.
Let's go.
1 minute 30 seconds left. If he misses this, it's over.
154. Let's go. Give it to him. The guy shaking his head there. That doctor man, he's shaking his head. Oh! 156 pounds.
Oh! 2 pounds over.
Yeah.
Damn. Well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a catchweight fight. They're gonna negotiate the catchweight. There's no time left for the girls to come back either. Yeah, Muhammad. So that means he can't really climb the rankings here. And he took the longest. 2 pounds over Muhammad. I want to know, like, aren't these guys cutting weight like long before the time? You know what I mean? I don't know, because I've heard fighters say in a few times in the interview at the beginning of fight week, you know, last time just to shed off that last couple of pounds. I just feel like if I'm going into fight camp, I'm gonna try and get to my weight early. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I think it's different when you have the hydration factor, man. That you also have to pass.
Yeah.
Because you have to keep your body at a certain level of hydration before you can.
Yeah, it's very tricky, I know. So let's quickly go over it. The fights that are locked in. The main event, obviously, Rodriguez versus Pearson is locked in. Super stoked for that one. That's going to be crazy. Any thoughts on that one, 80?
Yeah, but I'm just happy that it's happening and the champ made weight. And yeah, hopefully we can see a show from Jana Pearson. Not very optimistic, but hopefully she can make a good fight of it. But yeah, I think it's going to be business as usual for our girl, Alicia Rodriguez.
Let's go. But if you have a different thought, you know where that comment section is. We just now witnessed that Muhammad Rabat didn't make weight. He was 2 pounds over. Shadow made weight in addition quite nicely. He had to take 2 attempts to get there. Can you give us your thoughts on this one, AD?
Yeah, well, that Shadow for eventually making weight, of course, was a bit challenging for him. But yeah, super gutted about Muhammad Yunus Rabah. And honestly, a little baffled by the strategy that it would take so long to come out and do his first attempt. So yeah, just very sad about it. But I mean, the fight's going to be at catchweight. We'll still get to see the fight, but there is a bit of a dampener on it now, unfortunately. But looking forward to the fight nonetheless, bro. Still a good fight to watch.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's still going to be a great fight. even though it's just now the stakes are a bit less when it comes to the matchup. But I think stylistically, we're still going to get a great fight here between the two guys. I hope that Muhammad doesn't. Based on that now, and he also looked very depleted in that weight cut there when we were talking about fighters looking healthy. He looked very depleted there, and I just think that Shadow's going to go and beat him up now because of that. I don't know. I went to Muhammad because of the style, but I think Shadow's probably going to beat him up now. Walk right through him.
It's unfortunate. But yeah, it's also unfortunate for Shadow now because it kind of like puts an asterisk on the win if he does get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
it's not his fault.
It's not his fault. Yeah, I think if he goes and wins in a good fashion, I think one championship will still, give him a shot. Maybe give him Pampara in his next fight. Now we've got Ibrahim Dawev and Pedro Dantas, who both made weight in addition on their first attempt. Successful. Both guys look very hungry. They both had a good celebration. Let's go, Buaima. Let's go. What do you make of this one?
I'm very much looking forward to seeing Pedro Dantas, bro. Like you said, undefeated at 6-0. Has fought on UFC Brazil. So yeah, there's something to this guy as far as I can hear. I've never seen him fight before, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing it. And yeah, Ibrahim is on also like a 9-fight winning streak, so there's a lot of good numbers here, and it should make for a great fight. So also very excited for this one. And again, just super stoked both of these guys making weight like the absolute pros that they are. First attempt. Well done, boys. Fair play.
Big ups to both guys. So that should be a great fight. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a scrap. These guys are going to throw down. Vladimir Kuzmin made weight on his first attempt and hydration. Stefan Karodi also passed weight in hydration after 2 attempts. Just like the fight above this one, I feel like it's going to be the same thing here. I think both these guys are going to throw down, and it's going to be a fight where we're going to see some fists and elbows flying, dude. And it doesn't make it being a bloody warfare. So give me your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, no, I just share your sentiments there, BG. Not too much to add on that. But yeah, just again, well done to the boys for making weight. And yeah, looking forward to it once again.
Yeah, let's go. Hiro Sawada passed weight in hydration in the first attempt. It's very successful. Makarena Aragon had 2 attempts. Both attempts, she failed hydration, but made weight. Gutted because you could see she wanted to get it. She looked like she wasn't really depleted as some of the other fighters, but unfortunately, your time is your time. You know what I mean? You are given that 3-hour clock, and if you can't make it in that 3 hours, unlucky. So I still think she's going to win the fight, though. I still think Macarena Aragon is going to be the one that's going to win the fight. But give me your thoughts, Aiden.
Yeah, just again, unfortunate. But yeah, what can you do? You know, you're a pro fighter, so you gotta act accordingly, and you gotta meet the requirements that they put in front of you. And unfortunately, she didn't today. But yeah, it is atomweight MMA, bro. So it's always exciting at atomweight, regardless of the weight miss. So it should be a good fight. But yeah, just again, bit of a dampener here. But nonetheless, I'm still looking forward to it, bro.
Absolutely. This fight, obviously, after all the weight in addition, I think they should push this fight to co-main event because of Muhammad missing weight. Nantachai taking on Abdullah Dayakayev for the featherweight title. But just for featherweight bragging rights, they're obviously going to go in there, and they're young prospects. They want to obviously make a name for themselves. So they are entering a division that's filled with killers. But I think this one's going to be a fight that's going to get fans off their seats. Who do you think is going to get the job done here, Adrian? What do you make of both guys making weight?
Yeah, fantastic job by both guys making weight. I'm going to go with Dayakayev here. I said it from the outset, and I haven't changed my mind. Just again, looking forward to this one a lot now, especially that the Muhammad Yunus Rava has missed weight. So I think this is now officially the fight I'm looking forward to the most. So let's go, bro.
Let's go indeed. We also have Martina Kazinska taking on Cynthia Flores. Cynthia Flores also had 2 attempts, and unfortunately she was unsuccessful with hydration. She made weight both attempts, but she failed hydration on both attempts as well. Whereas Martina Kazinska came in 2 pounds under and looked fabulous at it, and looks fired up here. So give me your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, again, unfortunate on the weight miss, but yeah, shout out to Kazinska getting it done like a pro. And yeah, again, I mean, I can't say it enough. I seem to be saying it about each fight, but looking forward to it. And I see we've got 6 people in the stream, so please drop a like on our stream. And yeah, check out for our live stream when we are on for the actual event.
Yeah,
We'll be back. Yeah.
this Saturday. And then, funny enough, at the opening bout of the fight card, Jean-Lo Mark made weight his first attempt, made hydration his first attempt. But then Shine Chakta, he missed weight and hydration in his first attempt. And I thought he was done. Even when he came back for the second attempt, he looked like he was cooked. But he passed both weight and hydration, bro. So this fight's also official. Give us your thoughts about this matchmaking. What do you think is going to go down? How do you think it's going to go down?
Yeah, shout out to Zolt Sek getting the job done after missing weight and hydration the first time. Yeah, we weren't very optimistic, but yeah, fair play to him, and hopefully it will translate into a good performance. But yeah, I was watching some of Jean-Lo Marc Sangiao's highlight reels, and it's quite a frightening prospect. So I think this is a fantastic way to get the card started, and once again, looking forward to it, bro.
Yes, let's go. And speaking of looking forward to it, we're also looking forward to seeing you guys that are tuned in and that's been following our channel for so long to tune in with us this weekend on Saturday at 3 a.m. South African time. We'll be live on YouTube for live watch along for this fight card, which is One Friday Fights 33, Rodriguez versus Pearson on Prime Video as well as YouTube. Right, any final thoughts before we close off?
Yeah, just thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, let's get the chat popping in our next live stream. We are trying to build the community. So yeah, come say hi. Let us know your thoughts about the fights. And yeah, let's have a good time together as combat sports fans. Yeah, just finally thank you all again for all the support. And we'll keep doing what we're doing. And we hope you'll keep doing what you guys are doing. Yeah.
There we go. And on that note, from all of us at Fighting with Friends, have a fantastic week, and we'll see you guys this weekend on the next one. Cheers, and thank you very, very much. Thank you.